is hell. Welcome, cursed ones.
Good evening, everyone. It's your worst nightmare and dream come true. I'm Adrian Hallowell, broadcasting live to you. And I would like to start out by apologizing for no stream yesterday, and also for today's stream being so late. I have not been in a good way, health-wise, for a little while now. And I've been dealing with some stuff, and that stuff has become a little bit complicated, unfortunately. But I am doing my best regardless, so welcome in everybody, welcome in. I hope you are all doing well today. Thank you for being here. Today we are going to be playing some Master Detective Archives Raincode. It depends how long I'll be going today, because I did get an unfortunate late start, not just because of the health stuff I'm dealing with, but also because had some unexpected stuff sprung upon me today, which is kind of the norm for me, and I had to deal with that, and a lot of other stuff, but we're not going to dwell on that. I am here now. No need to apologize for that. Thank you so much, and welcome in, Emerald. I'm really happy to see you. Welcome in, Augustine. Glad to see you too, and Wilby. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here. Congratulations on nabbing first, by the way, Emerald. That still sucks, I'm sorry. Thank you so much, Augustine. Yeah, it does suck, but it is what it is. You just kind of have to power through it, or else I would not be able to stream at all, so I have no hat points. Well, you keep watching, I'm sure that you'll have them soon enough. Alright, just making sure all my stuff is good. Kind of had to rush to get everything all set up. Hope you have a great stream. I now get to listen to 4th graders play Recorder badly. Have a good night. Hopefully your ears aren't damaged too badly from that. Will be. But thank you. I hope you have a great night yourself. Take care of yourself, okay? And thank you for the well wishes. It means a lot. Thank you for dropping by. Will you lead a busy and chaotic life? I'm just hoping the best for you, and I hope stream is fun for you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it is always fun for me, honestly. Regardless of how I'm feeling, so that is part of the reason why I push through it in order to be here. Because I do like hanging with all of you. It is quite relaxing for me. So, yeah. It should be fun regardless. We probably won't do too much yapping, honestly, because I did start rather late. And we want to try to get as much time with the game in as we possibly can. Before I start getting too hungry and want to get off and get something to eat. I'm here for you two to talk or whatever you need. Thank you so much, Emerald. That means the world. Seriously, thank you. There is actually something I was going to ask you, but I didn't get the chance to really do much of anything today, so I'll probably try to send it off stream, like, once I get off. Kind of a question for further down the line, but probably good to ask now regardless. But yes, okay. What was I gonna talk about? I saw something earlier that I did want to share with all of you, but because of how chaotic today has been, my thoughts are a little bit scattered at the moment. Hold on. Hey, welcome in, Sally. I saw that you were streaming Requiem. I didn't get a chance to drop by. I was just explaining to everybody that today has been a hectic mess, and I have not been in the greatest of health. But, yeah, I hope you had a good stream. I'll have to go and check out the VOD. Ghost in the Shell? No, I'm glad you bring that up, though. Yeah, I did see that there was something new for that, but I haven't checked it out yet. Yeah, I was doing some tries of Leon Must Die, nothing really big. Did you manage to complete, the second run, like with the, wolf ears? Actually, briefly did try a little bit, earlier. And, I had, like, maybe about 5 minutes of time. So I did a quick run. And I got to the end and ran out of time. Got myself to the end of the car, but I had 30 handgun bullets to 20. Yeah. Oh, and difficulty 3. It's hat time. Welcome in, Dandy. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well this evening. Assuming it is evening for you. I hope you're doing well. And thank you for the hydrate. Honestly, I think I need it. The hat shall remain. It is evening? Okay, good. Yeah, you never know. But welcome in. I'm glad to see you here. I hope you are doing well. I was just getting started. Just mentioning so far that today was hectic. Very, very hectic. And I have not been in the best of health, but, you know, we push through anyway. Let me change our song here. There we go. Yeah, so actually, thank you, Sally. I do remember what I was gonna say now. So I don't know if you managed to see this, but there has been some rumors lately about some stuff regarding Capcom. Apparently it was reported yesterday, I believe it was, or maybe it was on Saturday. But either way, some reports have been coming out that supposedly Capcom is remaking Devil May Cry, like the first one. No idea if it's true, but I could see them doing that. It would be interesting. I've never played any of the Devil May Cry games, sadly, despite wanting to. And to my understanding, the first game is quite short, isn't it? So I am interested to see what they do with that to extend the life of it. If they are remaking it. Jesus Christ, they're turning into Remapcom. Yeah, so that's actually the interesting thing. A lot of companies are, even Nintendo, and Nintendo normally doesn't follow the, you know, industry trends, but I think what it has to do with is the fact that games are taking so long to make now, and they're so expensive, that it's kind of easier for a lot of companies to retrace their steps and recraft their old work, as opposed to having to make something completely new from scratch. I mean, look how long Pragmata took. The game got revealed in, I think, what, 2020, and released 6 years later? I've heard that that's not a super long game either, so... yeah, it's, unfortunately, just a reality of the current state of the industry. Sorry if you hear that plane overhead. That is very loud. Let me mute my mic for a bit. Okay, finally. That should be much better. Very, very loud plane. Back in the day, 6 to 7 years was the time to wait for a AAA. Remember how long the Blizzard games used to take? Like a decade? Yeah. Yeah, now it's just the norm. Which is... I hate it. Hey, welcome in, Purple. Hope you are doing well. Thank you for being here. Saw you uploaded some pictures of some very delicious looking food in Akira's Discord. That made me quite hungry. I can't tell if we heard that or it was the noise outside my own home that I heard. Probably on my end if you didn't feel like lots of shaking and everything. This plane was so close that it was shaking the walls and whatnot. That's why I was like, you probably could hear that. My microphone in front of me was like jumping up and down practically. So probably on my end. Now Blizzard doesn't make new games, yeah. Yeah, what's the last thing they put out? Diablo 4, right? If I'm remembering correctly. Oh my god, so fucking good. I got cinnamon cheesecake also. Ah, that sounds so good, Purple. Cheesecake is delicious. Especially with cinnamon on it? Yeah. Just looking at my connection here. Jumping back and forth. Sorry about the hideous artifacts on screen. Yeah, today has not been going my way. Definitely a Monday. And not in the fun Garfield way. Can't say I was disappointed by Diablo 4. The visuals were amazing, but the story and endgame were terrible. Diablo is another series I've never had the pleasure of playing, but I do want to. I know they remastered Diablo 2, and it was on the Switch. That would probably be the one I would start with, just because that's the one most people say is like the best game in the series. I know they put Ganondorf in Diablo 3, which is pretty cool. I've not tried it yet. I hope it's as delicious as it sounds, Purple. Oh yeah, Diablo 4 was a thing. Yeah, I feel like that kind of came and went. I don't know how good it was, but it definitely came out in a period where it just kind of feels like it didn't have all the focus on it. I just remember there being long CGI trailers for it during Microsoft's gaming events. And I think like Summer Games Fest as well. Speaking of which, that should be coming up soon. But yeah, so as I was saying before about the remakes thing, unfortunately with the state of the industry right now, and games taking so long to make, it's easier for a lot of companies to remake things. And I feel like that's a good and bad thing. On the one hand, there's a lot of games that could use a remake, and not even just from a, you know, oh, they need it to play in a more modern fashion way, but more like they deserve a second chance at grabbing people's attention. I feel like one of the big problems with it all, though, is that we're getting remakes of games that came out a few years ago, like Assassin's Creed 4. I know that that was a while ago, and it just feels like it wasn't that long ago. But I'm wanting to see, like, crazy stuff remade. Like, for example, with Sega, I want Skies of Arcadia. I also want Panzer Dragoon Saga, because that game is completely inaccessible. It's still stuck on the Sega Saturn. You know what I mean? Those are the kinds of remakes that I want. But we're getting a lot of remakes of games that came out on like the Xbox 360 and PS3, and I really don't think that's necessary. I feel like a good remaster is enough for things like that. again here for you. Sorry you've had a rough time of it. I'm going to be a bit in and out, unfortunately. But I'm wishing you the best, sincerely. Thank you so much, Emerald. And thank you for the lurk. Please take your time, okay? Thank you so much. That really does mean a lot. And, I hope you are doing well, too. Just make sure they fix the remastered Diablo 2 on Switch if you try it. It was fine, then they updated it and it didn't work well. Isn't that the beauty of modern gaming? Having things broken that were originally working, or things shipping broken and then never working. What do you mean you don't want another Last of Us Part 2 remake edition? Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the kind of thing that they keep doing. Like, games that came out just a few years ago keep getting remade over and over again. And like I said, in some cases, I get it. There are some times where it does make a bit of sense. But I think in a lot of cases, it actually does hurt the game more. Like, one game that definitely didn't need a remake, that still looks very good and still plays very well, that they could have gotten away with a cheaper remaster, would have been Dead Space. They really didn't need to remake that game. They could have just remastered it. New textures and everything. That would have been more than enough. And I feel like doing an expensive remake for it put more sales expectations upon the game, and when it didn't live up to it, well, bye-bye Dead Space again. Which, considering it's EA, you know, it's predictable behavior for them, but it does make me sad because it is a great series, and I honestly would have just taken a remastered trilogy as opposed to a relatively pointless remake. But I've only heard how much better the remake of Dead Space was. Yeah, I mean, from what I saw of it, it definitely didn't look bad. Like, it didn't seem like a bad remake or anything. It just seemed like something where, when you put the two side by side, it was a fairly faithful remake. I think the biggest things that they did, at least from my view, I didn't play it myself because I still don't have a console that has it, and I highly doubt EA is going to take the time to port it to Switch 2, sadly. But I did watch some people play it, and I'm very familiar with the original Dead Space. I played it a billion times. It's one of my favorite horror games of all time. It was seemingly very faithful, which is good, but like, outside of making Isaac talk and, you know, nicer visuals, they didn't seemingly add anything too groundbreaking. Like, it didn't feel like the RE2 remake, which has a lot of problems, don't get me wrong, but like, they obviously overhauled a lot of stuff, and when you go from the original game to the remake of 2, I'm not one of those people that thinks it's automatically better than the original. I think they both have things over one another. But obviously there's a massive graphical leap going from PlayStation 1 and fixed camera angles to over-the-shoulder and, you know, HD graphics and whatnot. But you didn't really get that same wow factor with Dead Space, I think. It looks nice, but it still looks close to the original, I think. Just because the original actually looked very, very nice. And if you ever see when people take the PC version of the original Dead Space and they like crank it up to really high settings, it still looks very, very good. I think the only thing about the original Dead Space that didn't really age well visually is probably some of the, like, the character models. Like, they're not bad or anything, but I think it shows most with Isaac and his wife. They both look kinda bad. Mostly the hair on his wife. But yeah. I would remake Dragon Age Origins. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people requesting that. That is another game that is very much stuck and could use an update. Yeah, I love stepping backwards after release. You know, I was actually reading the other day that EA, it's funny how we're kind of stuck on them. They're doing like they're doing a initiative where they're asking people to report what they would like to see fixed in The Sims 4. There's a lot of stuff in that game that needs to be fixed. And it's funny because one of the things is this DLC that's been broken since it released. And we're talking like, I think maybe 1 year after the game came out. So like 2015, I think that DLC came out. And people have been reporting it since then, asking for them to fix it. It's the Dine Out DLC, where you can either run a restaurant or go eat at one. And there's this obnoxious glitch that will happen where everybody, like every sim in the establishment, resets themselves. Or if you go to eat, sometimes you'll be waiting for your food for like a whole in-game 24 hours. It's insanity, and they haven't fixed it since it released, and now they're asking people, is there anything with the Dine Out DLC you'd like to see fixed? Like, yeah. Yes, you know there are things that people would like to see fixed. Funny how it only matters now. And I still don't think it'll be fixed. Level 7 hype train, is that where that that emote came from, Purple? Yikes indeed, Augustine. Yeah, it is honestly a shame how EA has treated a lot of series. They've earned their bad reputation. I miss Mirror's Edge. And you know what? Actually, Mirror's Edge also factors very well into this conversation. Because I remember when the first game came out. Such a good game. Definitely has some issues, but like, it felt like a good first swing at something. And then they made us wait forever for a sequel. And then when the sequel came, it was basically a reimagining of the original game. So they kind of remade it, but depending on who you ask, not as well. I thought it was okay, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, but it definitely didn't feel like as much of a well thought out vision as the original. And the original game ends on several open notes narratively, and so we never got any answers to that because the second game, which is really just the first game redressed, basically just retold the same story. So there are still things that us fans of Mirror's Edge will never get answered. And they gave up on the series after because they got the Star Wars license. So they put DICE on Star Wars Battlefront alongside Battlefield. And that's all they were doing. Plus making the Frostbite engine, which EA had to go and stuff into everything even where it didn't fit. And so Mirror's Edge has been on ice and we'll likely never see it again. Alone in the Dark remake has the same problem. It has like nothing from the original, which to some degree I understand because the original is hyper short, but they changed everything entirely. Yeah. I don't understand that at all. I still want to play it, but it definitely doesn't look like it's trying to be the original game at all. Actually, funny you bring up Alone in the Dark. I saw a video the other day talking about the Alone in the Dark game that they did in 2008, I think it was. And I remember when that game came out. And even then I thought it looked odd, because I hadn't played the original Alone in the Dark by then, obviously. You know, because I played it on stream in front of all of you. But I had seen a lot of gameplay from it and stuff, and of course, as a big horror fan, I knew some details about it, and it did not look anything like it. I was still shocked to learn that the guy in that 2008 game is apparently Edward Carnby. I did not realize that. So weird. Good bot indeed. Mirror's Edge Catalyst has a terrible open world. Yeah. Yeah, it's not great. It could be somewhat rewarding when you learned the pathing and like you got really efficient at getting back and forth, but Mirror's Edge was not a series that needed an open world whatsoever. Like, I get the thinking, but the way it was handled was not exactly how I think most people would have thought a open world Mirror's Edge would have gone. But there are some games that, to me, work better as a linear title. I wish developers would understand that. We're still in the phase of thinking that slapping open world and everything makes it better, and it really, really doesn't. OMFG, do not get me started on EA's waste of the Star Wars license. 10 years with the biggest license in the world, and they made 3 games. Yeah, they canceled a lot of stuff. Amy Hennig, the brain behind Uncharted, she was supposed to make a game, and then they completely botched that. And then trying to think, there was something else I think they were supposed to do with it that they did not follow through with. The first Star Wars Battlefront, to my understanding, was super bare bones and really did not resemble the old LucasArts games at all. Which I remember when those games came out, and they had a really good reputation for just how many like combat options you had and stuff like that. I think you could play it in third person, first person, you had space battles, on foot, and all kinds of other things. I'm not the biggest Star Wars person by any means, so forgive me if I don't know the terminologies with this. But, yeah, to my understanding, the original Star Wars Battlefront games were great, and then I know a lot of people were upset because they never got the third one, which was supposed to be a Free Radical game. The same people that did Time Splitters and were previously, you know, comprised of staff who worked on GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. And so they knew what they were doing by invoking the Battlefront name, EA. And then the first Battlefront ended up being rushed out and bare bones, and then the second one was full of loot boxes and stuff, which ended up actually getting them in legal trouble. Yeah, it was a mess. EA's tenure with that license. My mother brought it to me, and I couldn't get to play it more than 10 minutes. What pissed me off the most about it was that the game had a button you could press to skip every part of the game. So you can get to the ending in 10 button presses. Which game are we talking about there? Sorry, the conversation has progressed so much I think I kind of forgot which game we were talking about in that instance. I think the last good Star Wars games were the Empire at War and PS2 Battlefront. Oh, Alone in the Dark 5, got it, okay. Star Wars Squadrons was fun as hell, but it had zero support from the company. They had Star Wars and BioWare, and they could have made Knights of the Old Republic 3 and sold 1 million copies at launch, but no. They had BioWare make Anthem. Oh god, yeah, don't even get me started on Anthem. Anthem was one of those games that when it released, or rather when it was revealed, I think everybody just smelled bad idea on it from the start. Anthem, to me, always looked like a Western version of Xenoblade Chronicles X, but without anything good. Just the overall look of it is what it kind of reminded me of. I never really saw the appeal, especially the weird decision to have, like, the hub in first person and stuff like that. Definitely seemed like a strange game, and it was one of those online-only titles, right? Because it was like a multiplayer games as a service kind of thing. There was a lot of games like that that flopped at that point. Anthem was one. What was the other one that was by some of the people who worked on the original Left 4 Dead? It's like one person was playing as this giant monster or whatever. God, I'm forgetting what it's called, but I know it flopped big time. Not Back 4 Blood. That one also didn't do too well, but it was the one that came before. I think 2K published it. And they were like hyping it up as the next big thing. And it had awful character design. Considering how Dragon Age Inquisition and the new one are, I'd rather keep them away from a KOTOR 3. Well, I guess now you're kind of getting a spiritual successor, right? Evolve, yes, thank you, Dandy. Yeah, Evolve. Yeah, I remember initially being excited when I heard about that because I love Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. And then when I saw it, I was quite let down. I hoped Back 4 Blood would be better, but everything I saw about that game did not look particularly well handled. I know some people were saying that Back 4 Blood could actually be pretty fun, but even looking at comparisons between the original Left 4 Dead and Back 4 Blood, there's a weird lack of detail in it and interactivity, which I don't understand. I wasn't really a fan of the monster designs in Back 4 Blood. I was more interested in GTFO than in Evolve, but apparently GTFO failed hard. It's so weird how a lot of these games don't do particularly well when Left 4 Dead was a smash hit, and I know obviously it had, you know, Valve marketing behind it and the good word of mouth that their games tend to have, but it doesn't really seem like it would be that difficult of a concept to get right if you just follow that template. But weirdly enough, I feel like the most successful Left 4 Dead clone has probably been the World War Z game. I think that one has probably had like the longest lasting community and support, which you wouldn't think, but yeah. A lot of the other games are didn't last very long, and now I know Sony is working with ex-Left 4 Dead talent to make some other game now that doesn't look good at all, if I'm being honest. I forget the name of that one too. I think they've shown it off twice already, and I have not really taken to it. I think it's called For Loop. Am I thinking of the right game? Let me see if I can look that up without making OBS go crazy. Yep, it's For Loop. It's one of those games that kind of looks like it's and I don't like, how do I put this? I'm not saying this like in a way to put down like any developers or anything like that, so I just want to make that clear. It's not that. But I don't think that if you are trying to appeal to demographic that liked Left 4 Dead, that a game like that is really going to be what does it. And I could be wrong, obviously, but I don't know. I guess I'm only speaking for myself as somebody who loved both of those games and played them religiously when they came out. They just don't seem to capture the same essence, and it's not really, about the setting or anything like that, although I would definitely say that that is a part of it. But, just from a gameplay perspective, there's like a distinct lack of cohesion that when you saw Left 4 Dead for the first time, you just instantly got what it was about. You didn't have to pick up the controller or, mouse and keyboard to play it. From the very first second that I saw gameplay of Left 4 Dead, I knew, I had the basic gist of what the game was going to be and how the formula would work. But everything they've done after, Evolve, Back 4 Blood, and now this game, all feels like you need a lot to kind of understand where they're going with it. And, that kind of defeats the purpose of, in my opinion, the simple but complex nature of the Left 4 Dead games. Valve in particular is pretty good at that. Look at something like Portal. Quite an abstract concept, but pretty easy to understand once you get a look at it. Thank you for the lurk, Augustine. It's very pick up and play. Exactly, Emerald. Yeah. You pretty much understand the gist of it. Hey, welcome in, Naka. Thank you for the head pats. Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, Left 4 Dead is one of those games you can immediately grasp just from seeing like 2 seconds of gameplay, whereas everything else has been far more difficult to, I think, wrap your head around. Like, not impossible, obviously. We're not talking about super complicated games here, but just enough to make it feel like this really doesn't need to be as confusing as it is. Sometimes it's better to keep the core very simple, and then try to make it a little bit more complex in ways that don't interfere with that easy to jump in concept. That makes sense. I wait until I acquire hat points. I shall be awaiting your theft. Looks like the Concord of Left 4 Dead. Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, there's, I don't know. There's a lot of strange choices made with these kinds of things, and I genuinely am curious about it, right? Like, I don't say any of this from, like, a place of wishing for these things to fail, or trying to badmouth any developers and stuff, because I try not to do that. I am by no means, you know, suggesting that at all. But I'm curious because most of these games are the result of intense focus testing. Like, they put together groups of their core demographic and whatnot, and then they analyze the market and everything, and then they run these games by these people. So it just makes me kind of confused as to how they can do that and then release a game and then it has absolutely no audience. Again, something like Concord or High Guard, or I know another game that came out that kind of also bombed, which is a shame, but it didn't really look that great to me, was FBC Firebreak, which is actually a spin-off of that game Control by Remedy. That also looked a little strange to me. Definitely just kind of weird decisions when a lot of these studios kind of set out to make a multiplayer game. And it's odd to me because, I don't know, back then it felt like there was no real issue coming up with good multiplayer concepts. There were games that you wouldn't think would translate well to multiplayer, like Splinter Cell, that had incredible multiplayer. And now it's like, I don't know, we start from an odd concept and then work from there, and then it's like things don't particularly sort themselves out in development, it seems. Or you have some developers that already have a good idea but refuse to engage with that idea. Capcom, who keep racking their brains trying to come up with something instead of just making a new Resident Evil Outbreak. Capcom honestly reminds me of that episode of SpongeBob with the pretty patties, when Mr. Krabs is saying he needs an idea, and he's like ignoring SpongeBob as he keeps trying to tell him he has an idea. And he literally dresses himself like an angel and descends from the ceiling to try to pitch the idea to him, and he still won't listen, only to lose all of his customers to a makeshift burger stand in front of SpongeBob's house just because he's selling patties in different colors. That's what I feel about Capcom. Like, the answer to a multiplayer Resident Evil was already solved back in the PS2 days, and they just won't revisit the idea for some reason, even though everybody keeps begging them to do it. It definitely reeks of overthinking. But yeah, I don't know. The world of contemporary multiplayer games is definitely weird. Yep, everyone begs them for Outbreak and they don't do it. Yeah. And it doesn't really seem like it would be that complicated to pull off. Like, obviously, I'm not saying, you know, the perils of game development, you know, it would be easy. But what I'm saying is, they already have the formula. They truly do. But, for whatever reason, they just keep trying to do all of these other things. And it's so strange to me because, like, I could almost understand where they were coming from with Resistance. Resistance was a fun game. It was just extremely broken. It did not have a good, well-balanced gameplay loop. They put way too much into, well, I guess it depends on who you ask. Personally, I would say they gave the, what do they call them in that game? It's the killer, basically, because Resistance is almost like a reimagining of Dead by Daylight's concept, mixed with some elements of, like, mercenaries and stuff. But, and Left 4 Dead, to a degree. Mastermind, yes, thank you, Sally. Yeah, the Mastermind, things were way too skewed in their favor. Mainly because once the game was past the point where Capcom wanted to support it anymore, they stopped issuing updates to, you know, fix issues, and now it was like to a point where you could spawn, and then there would be like a million enemies placed right outside the spawn zone, and there was like nothing you could do about it. Never had a chance to play as a Mastermind. It could be fun, but I preferred playing as the survivors, honestly. And then Reverse. That game felt like a deathmatch component straight out of 1999. I don't know who that game was for. Nobody was asking for that. It somehow managed to feel worse than the clunky versus mode in Resident Evil 5. If anybody remembers that. I think if I would have played as a Mastermind, I would like to just make the players have a nice horror experience. I wouldn't care about winning. Yeah, that's the problem though. Like, that would have been the ideal way to do it, but sadly, because of the way the game was structured, it ends up being very arcadey, which I mean is fine for short burst multiplayer matches, but there was an opportunity there to actually try to have somebody like use the AI placement and such to scare the player. That's how I tend to play Dead by Daylight. Yeah, it's fun to like try to recreate like a horror movie experience. I used to do that playing Friday the 13th as well, back when that game had multiplayer. I miss it so much. Held back a little for the sake of fun. Yeah. God, I haven't played Dead by Daylight in so long. I miss that game. I see so many people playing it on stream, and I wish I could, but for whatever reason, Behavior admitted that they don't want to make a Switch 2 update. So, I mean, I have the Switch 1 version, and I could play it. And apparently with just the raw horsepower of the Switch 2, it actually runs at a stable frame rate and everything. Yeah, the graphics still don't look great, but it runs at a stable frame rate, so that's good. It's not unplayable. I just know that if they would actually tap into the Switch 2's capabilities, not just the horsepower, but also things like the DLSS, it could run and look very good, but for whatever reason, they don't want to make a patch for it. Which is very confusing because, like, I mean, I'm sure people would give you money for a Switch 2 version, but, I don't know. I guess I'm not sitting on the board at a, studio making a highly successful ongoing games as a service, so what the hell do I know? Which is a fair response, I suppose. I thought the versus mode of Resident Evil 5 was the campaign. If you don't have somebody to play it with, it can be. random, but do you prefer blue or magenta purples? I think both are nice. I tend to really like blue as a color, despite the fact that it doesn't show up in any of my, my current outfits or anything. But yeah, I'd say blue. Maybe I'll correct that at some point. I've heard they, as a developer, have been dropping the ball in general with DBD. Something about releasing more crossovers instead of balancing the game and stuff. That actually does also align with what I've heard too. Blue dubba dee dubba die. God, I remember that song. Your current outfits, you say? Yeah, I do have more outfits planned for the future. It'll just come down to whether I can justify financially investing in that. Because I have to... Basically, the process for getting new outfits made is, I commission an artist to, make some key art for it. And then I contact my model maker and see if he's able to do it. And then we go from there, so... I'm thankful that, due to the nature of my arrangement, it's not too expensive, not compared to what it would be if I had a live 2D model. But, it's still, you know, an investment. So, I try to put the money that I make, on stream and stuff like that towards it. But I'm not a super popular streamer, so I don't exactly make a whole lot, so... But I just got, you know, my new one, so... Eventually, I will, get to that. I have kind of a really fun idea for the next outfit. But, it's gonna be kind of challenging, I think, to do it, because I have to figure out the design. I know the philosophy behind it that I want, but I'm not really sure how to make it look the way I envision it in my head. So, we're probably a ways off from that. Blue, noted. Your casual outfit is so nice. I do hope you get even more nice outfits. Thank you. Yeah, I do want to, I do want more. I love how you have, like, a whole closet full of outfits, Emerald. I would like to get to a point where I could, have quite a good variety myself. I like it because, you know, it kind of takes advantage of one of the few things that we as 3D model VTubers have over 2D VTubers, which is, you know, it's easier to make these outfits. Like, I'm not saying it's easy in general, but definitely a lot easier because you have the core model and whatnot, as opposed to having to go and re-rig everything for the individual pieces and whatnot. In the same, at least to the same degree as live 2D, which is hellish. Thank you for the 35 stream streak, Naka. Wow, thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate that. It's okay, I make fan art like the feral creature I am. And I do appreciate it. I've really been loving the art that you and Naka have been making. Thank you both. Yes, let us play dress up exactly. If we're gonna be 3D, we might as well take advantage of it. Exactly. I actually had a dream the other day that I had a 2D model, and it looked so good. But it was just a dream, sadly. Dress to Impress Adrian edition. Good opportunity to yoink the hat. Yeah, I like to put a lot of thought into the outfits. Because I've mentioned this before, and this is not like a way to call out any specific VTubers or whatever. But I do think that a lot of VTubers like to go for what are kind of like core like tropey outfits at first. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but like you'll often see a lot of a lot of VTubers kind of go for things you'll see commonly as like special outfits in anime at first. And I do want to try to think a little bit outside of the box before I ever get to a point where I'm doing those kinds of outfits, just because I think it's more fun. I hope to find time later to make more outfits for my PNG model. Oh, I'd love to see what assortment of outfits that you come up with, Augustine. Congratulations, my hat is yours, Dandy. Leaving it for when Augustine gets the points. I'm sure someone will restore it and then it'll get yoinked again later. But yeah, you know, there is a few advantages to being 3D over 2D. And, like Emerald said, might as well take advantage of it. Even though one day I do want a 2D model, but I don't know if that day will ever come. So. But I am very satisfied with this. This is actually a lot more than I thought I was going to get, to be honest. I had mentioned it before, but I got very, very lucky with the creator of my model. Very generous pricing and an incredibly fast workflow. I don't know how he did it, to be honest. I'm all set up to start streaming now, and I'm super excited for when I get an art tablet for my computer. That is excellent news, Augustine. I can't wait to catch your streams. Really, really happy you finished your background. Figures I'd owed them a stolen hat. Look how much joy it brings them. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Even if I have to learn rigging myself, I swear you'll get a 2D model. Please don't put yourself through that hell. One day, hopefully, I'll be able to get one. I just can't really justify that cost right now. If I was gonna pay that much, I might as well just get a proper desktop for what it's worth. Honestly, that would still probably be cheaper than commissioning a live 2D model. And I'm not even over-exaggerating. Even at current market prices. Some of the costs for even the smallest things in the VTubing community can be absolutely absurd. Not even just the models, but anything really. That's why when I was looking at like the pricing for overlays and stuff, I mean, trust me, I don't think that my overlays are great by any means, but if I can do it myself for free, I'll do it. Regardless of if it looks bad or not. Rather than paying that much money. At least initially. And this is why I intend to learn rigging anyway for myself. Yeah, exactly. No, you have the right idea, Augustine. Yeah, I definitely feel like in the VTubing community, knowing how to create art is a bit of a cheat code. It's not a silver bullet because the amount of blood, sweat, and tears you have to put into it is obviously insane. But it's definitely definitely better because you have that base to be able to figure out how to do things yourself. Still early, good. Yes, welcome in, Bulgay. Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, I haven't started the game yet. Still getting, still just kind of sitting and chatting because I was supposed to stream yesterday and I wasn't feeling well, and I'm still not feeling well, but we are working through it. Well, I'm mostly joining to get people to buy art from me, so I might as well make it a learning opportunity. Yeah, no, definitely. Ah, damn, I'm sorry. No, it's alright. Yeah, it's fine. Yes, I do hope you're doing well, though, today, Volgay. And thank you for dropping by. Always appreciate that. Yeah, we were just talking about a bunch of stuff, honestly. We had reached the topic of VTuber stuff. How much for the Adrian meme again? You never told me. We gotta turn the bad day into a good one. Yeah, I hope so. I mean, it's already better than earlier today, that's for sure. I can tell you that much easily. One second, I'm just gonna actually gonna turn the fan off. It's getting kind of cold in here. Weather still can't make up its mind where I'm at. But 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, one thing that I do definitely want to improve on, though, is this background, because I think this is probably my least favorite part of my presentation. But this was the best that I could do prior to starting. Welcome back, thank you. Yeah, this was the best that I could do just starting out. I tried some other designs and stuff like that, but I felt like this was the one that looked the least terrible, which should tell you what the others must have looked like. So yeah, if anything needs immediate improvement, I would probably say it would be the chatting screen. Adrian Augustine isn't taking my money. Bulgay, you already give a lot of money. I think Augustine does deserve a good, does deserve good compensation. However, if he is okay right now, I think it's fine to do it whenever he's ready to accept that payment, you know? Unless you're both doing the, well, unless Augustine, I should say, is doing the modest thing. Good artists do deserve to be compensated, Augustine. And you are a great artist. Alright, let me see. I think we're probably ready to go on to the game. We've been sitting here for about an hour and 6 minutes. Longer than I intended. If I didn't want to do the thing regardless of pay, then I wouldn't have done it until I was paid. That is true. It's been nice chatting, Adrian, but I'm gonna head out. Thank you for dropping by, Dandy. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for dropping by and for having the fun conversation about games with us. It's always nice to have you here. I do appreciate you. And thank you for leaving me with the hydrate. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into our pre-stream tarot card pull. Or pre-game tarot card pull. Reverse Mafia at this point. I do see that Callisto is streaming, so she won't be able to roast me right now. Alright, let's see. I'm telling Callie-chan, no, please don't. But today's card is... the Three of Swords in reverse again. So we did end up pulling this card the other day. Let me see. what this says. And Augustine, thank you for not letting Bolge give you money. I'm trying to teach him he has value outside of money. Yes. That is true. And I'm glad you brought that up. I mention it all the time when I say that you guys don't have to, you know, give or anything. It's always appreciated. And I do try to take, you know, what I get and put it towards making things better for all of you. But, you know, from a viewing perspective, I know ultimately what I do here is immaterial to all of your lives, but I try to make the presentation better. But you all have value outside of that, and it's never required. I do just like hanging out with you guys. So please don't ever feel like you have to. Especially because I know a lot of you do support other VTubers as well. Ones that probably deserve the support way more than I ever will, so. Don't stretch yourselves thin on my behalf. Bolge is silly guy. Silly guy gets doodle. My mouth is simple. Yes, Bolge, we like you for who you are, not what you can give. We do have the Three of Swords in reverse, which we pulled the other day. Adrian, you are just as worth financially supporting as other streamers. Well, thank you for saying so, Dandy. I do appreciate that. And I'm not going to vehemently disagree and invalidate your positions. Your stance is valid, and it does mean a lot to me that you feel that way. So thank you. Yeah, you deserve support too. Thank you, Emerald. I don't know, sometimes I don't mean to come across as, like, negative or self-deprecating when I say certain things. I guess I just, in my mind, I evaluate people. By real. By Dandy. Yeah, but I tend to evaluate people in my mind on a as close to objective basis as possible. And, you know, I'll be the first person to definitely, you know, say I am nowhere near as good as a lot of my peers, you know? And again, I don't mean that in a way to say I'm no good at all, or, you know, putting myself down. That's just kind of the way I see it. So, yeah, I definitely do understand supporting a lot of my peers over me. I still have a lot of improvement to do before I feel like I get to that level. I'm still rather new at this. But yes, to the actual tarot reading. We did pull this card the other day, and like I said, the Three of Swords in reverse is a very, very loaded card in terms of meaning. I feel like it is undeniably more positive than pulling the upright Three of Swords. This card can definitely be a perspective thing. It all depends on how you feel it applies to your life or somebody you know, your current situation. Which, as usual, could be said about any of the cards, but this one in particular is definitely one of those glass half full, glass half empty kind of interpretations. Just even from the art of the card, at least in the Rider White tarot decks. So, if you view the process of overcoming trauma and pain and any sort of hurt that is stuck with you for a while as a relief, then you'll see this card as a positive thing. If you view having to sort through all of that to get to the other side as incredibly painful, then having those swords removed from your heart is going to feel almost even worse than having them just remain there. So once again, it all really is a matter of perspective. Personally, I lean more on the side that even if it hurts having to get those swords out, I'd rather have them out than in. And that healing process, while it may be painful and arduous, there is a light at the other side of this tunnel. OMG, and we pulled this twice? Yes. Yeah, we pulled this the other day as well. Maybe 2 streams ago. But, other interpretations of this card could be that you need to stop, talking badly about yourself. There are certain things that you may hold in terms of beliefs towards yourself that are not fair and untrue. And you have to ask yourself if you wouldn't accept people saying these things about others that you care about, then you shouldn't say it to yourself. You have to be your ally first and foremost. Because there are people that are going to make an enemy out of you for no reason at all. And you don't need to be one of them. So show up for yourself. And don't beat yourself up. I see you cards and I don't like it. Yeah, tarot can be really scary with how on point it can be, I'm telling you. It really, really can be. And, yeah, so don't do that to yourselves. If you are feeling poorly about yourself, you know, you don't have to be toxically positive about yourself or anything like that, but give yourself an honest chance and be fair to yourself. You don't deserve to be, you don't deserve to dogpile upon yourself when you're going to have enough people who are going to try to, do that for you for no reason at all other than just being terrible people. And always remember that, of course, you know, any kind of support or love other people try to give you is not going to get through if you aren't doing it for yourself. And you're only going to validate all of the people that you don't want in your life who don't have good intentions for you if you are saying all the things that they would say to you to yourself. And those things that people say about you or feel about you hurt because you believe them about yourself first and foremost. It's not really about them, but rather about you. So again, very, very important to take the time to love yourself. You don't have to think that you're perfect. Nobody's perfect. But respect yourself and give yourself that grace because if not you, then who? And even if somebody does give you that grace, it's not going to matter to you if you think that, you know, you're the world's worst person. So don't do that to yourself. And if you feel like you are having a hard time moving on from, you know, something that has caused you a great deal of pain, try to engage with it. Don't run from it. Think about it as closely as you can. And ask yourself what needs to be done for you to move on and start taking the first steps in that direction. This card, first and foremost, is about, at least in this position, is about trying to move on from some sort of pain, whether it's a pain you've caused yourself or somebody has caused you. This is quite literally an intention to end heartbreak. And a lot of that is going to start with you. So be kind to yourselves, as I always say. Please do be kind to yourselves. And if you can help it, you know, everybody moves at their own pace, right? Like, overcoming grief, trauma, and, you know, hurt is not a linear process. You can feel 100% one day and then be down in the dumps the next. Trust me, I know. I know a lot about that. But the point is to start making strides in the right direction rather than just wallowing, or worse, beating yourself up and, you know, bullying yourself. So don't do that. But yes, that is our pre-game tarot card pull. Seems like it's resonated with a few of you. And I hope that my personal, you know, feelings about the card, which is that it is overall a net positive, even if the process is painful. Getting to the other side of that dark tunnel is worth it in the end. Once you can breathe a sigh of relief and you're on the other side, everything that happened before that, I'm not going to say it doesn't matter, but when you're free of that pain, the surgery becomes worth it. You know what I mean? So, hopefully that is the case for all of you. Be kind to yourselves. The glass is half full. They promised Dr. Pepper, but they gave me Sprite. I summoned Pot of Grief. Alright. That is our tarot card pull, so we're going to go ahead and switch over to the game now. Of course, Emerald, always. Alright, here we are. I think I left off having to do chores for Yako, right? That card in that position always gets me ruminating. Yeah, it's definitely a card that will make you do a lot of introspection, which is good. It means it's doing its job if you start thinking about your about those things deep inside yourself, you know? Rome was not built in a day, and it's not going to be perfect overnight, but at least if you start actually giving it active thought, that's a lot more than most people do on a daily basis. You know, not trying to beat up on anybody, but a lot of people will drown their sorrows in a substance or, you know, something else, or even just in treating people like shit. So, when the majority of people cope by doing unhealthy things, whether it's to themselves or others, it's definitely a positive thing if you start really doing some introspection. I think I give it too much thought. Yeah, I think, like, when it comes to trying to engage with our demons, you always have to, you kind of think of it like when you tie a rope around yourself, and then you kind of like, you step into that dark abyss, but then you have to remember to pull yourself out. As they say, when you stare into the abyss, it gazes back into you. You have to be very careful. There's an art to it. That's why something like therapy is so useful, because you learn the tools for how to engage with things without hurting yourself, you know what I mean? It's absolutely worth pursuing that kind of thing to learn what you need to in order to fight back against those things inside you. So yeah, you know, when you do take the time to try to wrestle with those things inside yourself, you do be careful. That's why I say be kind to yourself, you know. Don't beat yourself up, and it's nice to reward yourself for doing that kind of self-improvement work. It's very important. Yeah, unearth it, but don't reinforce it exactly. There are some pains that no matter how well you manage to compartmentalize it or, you know, defeat it, will still always be there. Some things will never go away, unfortunately. But you can minimize it to a point where it no longer controls you. But it takes a lot of work, and that is why, again, I'm a huge advocate for therapy and, you know, mental health improvement and things like that. Just do whatever you need to do for yourself. Yes, because you do deserve peace. Exactly. Yes. The world would be a much better place if people were more understanding and if everybody actually had access to mental health care. Not that all therapists or whatever are perfect, because that is not the case, unfortunately, as with anybody in any profession. But if you can get a good therapist, or even if you don't have like an official therapist, but you have a really good friend or a family member that you can confide in and actually cares to listen to you, sometimes that can be just as healing as talking to a professional. We all have different needs, and sometimes the only thing that people really need is somebody to show that they care and will actually truly listen, which you'd be surprised how rare that truly is. Empty your mind and embrace the good vibes. Desk therapy gets an unwanted pet. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people do that. That was a very common thing for people to do during COVID, and then you had a lot of... there was a massive uptick in stray dogs and stray cats and stuff after the so-called conclusion of the pandemic, because a lot of people just wanted a companion at that point, and then didn't actually didn't keep them once they could be around their friends again and whatnot, which is very messed up. But that's actually one reason why like I've said multiple times, like I'm personally not really like a pet person, but people who are like hyper like into like automatically recommending everyone get a pet annoys me. Like, they really annoy me, because not everyone is cut out for that, and it's very important to consider the person's personality, especially because you don't want that poor animal to end up in a place where they are mistreated, or worse, abused, And a lot of people just kind of have this lazy understanding. Like, a lot of people don't understand how to read people at all. And they think everything is a one-size-fits-all rule. So like, oh, that worked for me, it'll work for you. But have you really stopped to consider the nature of this person you're recommending this to? And that's very important, because again, the animal doesn't get to choose. And once they end up in somebody's home, then they're at the mercy of that individual. So it's very, very important that you consider who you're giving this advice to before you give it. And people are so loose with just suggesting this as a cure-all to things, and it's really not for, a good amount of people. And so, yeah, rather irresponsible and unfortunate. Yeah, exactly. Because then at the end of everything, what happens to the animals? But a lot of people don't think that far, unfortunately. They only think about themselves, which they don't only do it with animals, they do it with children as well. A lot of times people that are in unhappy marriages want children because they think it's going to fix the marriage. And that is not the case. And then you end up with a child that neither parent truly wanted, or people want kids just because they see all of their friends having kids. Like, I've never understood how anybody could have that mindset towards another living being, whether we're talking about a human child or an animal. Another person and another living thing cannot be your medicine. It has to come from within. That is, at the end of the day, that is the big thing. Any kind of true significant improvement in your mental health and overall level of happiness does need to come from within. That's why it can be quite corny when people are constantly telling you, love yourself, etc. But it is true, because it's the foundation for which you can build upon everything else. Maybe you get 70% of the way there, and then you happen to meet somebody that is a good friend or a lover or whatever, and then being around that person truly makes you happy. And that's great. In that case, people can actually be very beneficial to you in your happiness, but if your overall level of happiness on a daily basis just being you is 0%, then it doesn't matter if the perfect person is hand-delivered to you, or the perfect pet, or whatever. It's not going to improve your life. Yeah, I wish people were a bit more considerate with whether they're able to provide for a kid. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
Anyway, I didn't expect the peacekeepers to follow us around just for walking outside. Now it's dangerous to go out. Oh, why did I even come here?
That's a good question, Yuma. Thank you for the hydrate. Yeah. I'm not playing Chibi Robo and I still got stuck cleaning up other people's messes. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Slaying with Shinigami, where this week Master is gonna kill the... I'm not killing anyone.
Oh, sorry. I'm in the way of your cleaning. I don't know about the others, but I agree with hunkering down at the office. Only truly cultured civilizations develop in a way that permits immobility. Hence the phrase, armchair detective. Physical distance traveled is irrelevant to arriving at the truth. Truthfully, outsider interference with the matter at hand can distort the truth in unexpected ways. Right?
Right. He's still not moving. Vivia must be really lazy.
Well, something tells me we're not getting in there.
There's another one, Master!
Speaking of which...
This place seems a little small for the chief, but the cozy feel is supposed to be calming.
Yeah, that's right!
Totally. Some people love small places, like the inside of a drainage pipe, an empty lot, or a closet. I'm not sure those places are especially calming.
I don't think these cigarette butts were here before. Has Chief Yako been secretly smoking? I should confront him about it the next time I see him. All these missed spots.
Don't slack off!
I really like how she engages with stuff in the environment.
This is so boring. Aren't there any decapitated corpses or something around here?
Give it time. I think it looks pretty cozy. Yeah, me too.
Don't say stuff like that. That's actually possible in this city.
Yeah, I was about to say.
This place is full of mysteries, and yet you're busy cleaning. That's stupid. Oh, I should have stayed asleep in the book if it was all just gonna end up like this.
In the book?
The Book of Death. Oh, you probably don't remember that either.
Is Yuma like me? Did he also make the mistake of picking up a book he shouldn't have? After lots of stress dealing with those cases, it won't be unexpected for him to start smoking, yeah. In Adrian's book. Yuma made the same mistake. Maybe I am Yuma.
Hey, Master, what do you remember?
I wish I knew the answer to that. What's the Book of Death?
It's the book yours truly was sealed in. it was hidden away deep in the WDO's book vault when you found it. That doesn't ring a bell?
Not at all. The World Detective Organization really kept such a dangerous book?
Dangerous? Excuse you, but it's always detectives who want my power. It's the power to obtain the truth, after all. Although, you need to conquer the mystery labyrinth to get it.
So, Shinigami, have you haunted other detectives before me?
Oh, so you're the type who gets jealous of ex-boyfriends?
I'm not jealous, just curious. Was it a coincidence I found the Book of Death? Or did I want to gain its power? If that was the reason, why didn't I leave some sort of note before losing my memories?
Since you're dying to know, I'll tell you all about it, Master. It's a miracle of the universe that you and I met. A real miracle. You and I are bound by fate, so let's nurture our connection for all eternity.
What?
Oh no!
I love how it always feels like she's definitely on a completely different wavelength. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm remembering myself this time. I forgot to upload the Blue Sky post. Let me do that real quick. Okay, there we go. I'm so proud. Sometimes my memory works. Thank you, Emerald. And thank you for the head pats as well, Naka.
What happened, Chief?
I was so busy being chased around by the Peacekeepers that I forgot to buy food. It won't last half a day in the river like this. Plus, I can't think straight without some food in me. I'm getting dizzy from hunger. I'm gonna pass out.
That's a bit dramatic.
Did I eat today? Yeah, a lot earlier. I am pretty hungry right now, truthfully.
I have no choice. Yuma, I've got a special mission for you.
Is it grocery shopping?
Go and buy some food. This is our most crucial mission since the establishment of the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
But isn't it dangerous to go outside?
I hope you have a good meal after stream. Thank you. Yeah, I will try my best. I am actually really hungry.
I don't have a way to protect myself, like Halara or Desuhiko.
Well, it should be fine. Just do some shopping and come straight back.
I mean, we do have a hook on our head. We could probably use that as a weapon. Haven't had a good appetite myself lately. Sorry to hear that. I do hope that you're still managing to eat, though. Please don't starve yourself. I do understand, though. Sometimes you're, just not in the right place physically or mentally, or sometimes both, and, the end result is a poor appetite, but please do make sure that you are still managing to feed yourself.
Please, I need those meat buns they sell in Kamasaki District. Iwa District has meat buns too, but the ones in Kamasaki are cheaper and taste way better.
Chief, you're so incredibly selfish.
Alright, the timing couldn't be better. Let's get out of this cramped space. I want to see some fun corpses. I hope someone's gone off and murdered somebody else already.
Well, I think that's a given.
Come on! Everyone only cares about themselves.
Yes, they do, Yuma. I agree with that. And I hate it.
Alright, fine. I'll go and buy some food.
I've been working around it with small meals, but thank you, of course. I appreciate the care, of course. Maybe you are you. That is good, though. Doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as you are eating, that is a good thing. I don't want to be that annoying nag that gets on everybody, but please do take care of yourselves.
But don't blame me if I end up getting dragged into trouble.
Nope, can't have that. Keep your head down, alright?
Only if you do. Fair enough.
I have to get meat buns in Kamasaki district.
I feel honored for your care, though. Well, you deserve to be cared for, so.
I hope the peacekeepers don't find me.
That Fred is a real tyrant.
Back out into the rain.
Why don't we just pretend that trash over there is a bun?
Not this way.
They never want to let me explore that little alleyway. What happened to you?
You alright?
Who are you?
Need to hurry.
I'm Yuma from the Nocturnal Detective Agency. You need medical attention. No, forget about me. I have something much more important to ask of you, Mr. Detective. In order to expose the corruption in Kanai Ward, I was looking into Amaterasu Corporation. But before I could publish my article, they caught wind of what I was doing. The peacekeepers took my wife and daughter and killed them. Holy shit.
Oh no.
This is all I have left.
This is...
What is this? It's a memory card with records of illicit activities committed by Amaterasu executives. Please, I need you to take this to a reporter friend of mine. The peacekeepers still have their eyes on me, so I can't do anything that might draw attention to myself. He'll publish this information and bring Amaterasu's crimes to light.
I see.
Okay. I just need to deliver this to him, right? Yeah, he should be by the clock tower.
Yeah.
Just wait here. I'll deliver this and be right back. I remember always trying to go in that direction too. Yeah, look at it. It's like... it's begging to be explored. Also, I remember now what I was going to say at the start of stream. There was something that was, like, bothering me. I thought it was the whole Capcom rumor thing. But, it was actually that last night, I briefly looked up, I looked up White Day 2. It's a mess. Chat, it's a mess. I don't know what they were thinking, but I definitely, right now don't foresee myself playing it, but who knows, maybe I'll get desperate for content at some point. It's a disaster. It takes place in the same school? That bad? Oh, yes. First of all, it takes place in the same school, which is kind of confusing to me because I thought we took care of everything after the end of the first game. But evidently, this one takes place a day after the events of White Day. And then the graphics are weirdly inconsistent. It's a huge downgrade overall from the first game, which I don't understand how that's possible. They changed a lot of stuff regarding like how the mechanics work, and it's overall a lot worse. And of course, as you saw, the first game was kind of janky already as it was. But just as an example, they added a feature where you can save anywhere, so you don't need the bulletin boards and the pens anymore to save. Which sucks because I did like that system. You can save anywhere, but that also means you can sometimes save in front of an enemy and then, like, load in the game and get clubbed in the head as soon as you load the game. So you can soft lock yourself, which is, you know, always wonderful game design. And, yeah, there was a whole lot of other things to it, but, it's a mess. It is a huge mess. I was expecting it to be a little ridiculous, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad, and I saw that last night, and I was like, oh god. I should probably not play that in that case. This is a very serious request. I feel like the others up until now were lighter. Yeah, definitely. Feels like they're ramping things up. I've only ever seen someone try to play it, and they quickly dropped it. I guess that's why. Yeah, I can definitely understand why someone would not want to keep up with the game after what I saw yesterday, which was a spoiler-free review. And it didn't seem like they were being hyperbolic or anything either. It was, they demonstrated pretty much everything. It's very weird, though, because there are certain things that they had perfectly in the original. Like, for example, you had reflections. You could see your body. And you could look out the windows and see, like, the other school buildings and the street and see the rain. And in this game, all the mirrors are conveniently shattered for some reason, even though it's only a day after the events of the first game and we know that the mirrors were not broken. What game? White Day 2. You're like a floating camera instead of having a visible body, which is, you know, a nitpick, but just weird to kind of have that downgrade. And then, as far as, like, looking outside, it's just like a black abyss now. And that's not like a story thing, it's just... it's like that, and I have no idea why. And then they added this mechanic where you can kind of fight back a little bit now. Like, there's no actual, like, combat, but you get this camera where you can take pictures of the enemies, and it, like, removes their souls for, like, 5 seconds before they continue chasing you. And they also took out, like, all of the hiding places. So if you remember when I was playing the original, I'd have to, like, run into, like, a bathroom stall or something. Yeah, they took out the hiding places, and you really can't crouch behind anything. They can see you from further distances now. Sounds like they were cutting corners a bit. Yeah, actually, it sounds like they were cutting corners a lot. When you look at the character models and stuff, they don't look like outright bad, but then you can see a lot of weird things on them, like especially the hair is really like translucent. It was very, very weird. Was it originally to do some kind of gotcha moment, like as if you were the ghost all along? No, not at least from what I could tell. I mean, you know, who knows, maybe that's the case, but at least from what I saw, I think you actually play as several different people in the story. And, no, I don't think there's like a whole, you were a ghost the whole time thing. So they made DBD, but even more janky and cheapy. Did they hate their own models that they took down all the mirrors? They probably didn't want to go through the effort of, doing reflections based on how they couldn't even do see-through windows to just let you see the campus. Which I don't understand why they didn't just reuse the campus models and stuff like that from the first game. Man, how do I regret you not watching my Ring stream? You would have complained about it like crazy. If you ever play the game again, let me know, because I will be there, because I've seen some gameplay from that Ring game, and it was definitely a choice There was a lot of choices made. Do I agree with them? No. But they were certainly choices and they were made. Sure, I still have it there. Yeah, it was weird. I don't know what they were thinking. The first game was obviously far from perfect. I think we all can agree on that from what we saw, but the second game makes the original look like a 10 out of 10. And I don't even know why. I thought they would have just built upon what they had there, but oddly it seems like they took a hacksaw to it and just kind of left bits and pieces of it. One day and you're bored, we can even do a call and I can show it to you if you want. It doesn't have to be on stream, it's disgustingly bad. Oh god, that sounds like a fun plan. Yeah, from what I have seen of that game, I don't understand how they got that from the ring. At all. There are some games that, you do wonder the thought process behind how they were made, because obviously to make a video game is a lot of effort that must be sustained for a very long period of time. So when you see games that are so bizarre like that, it's like, how did this persist for such a long time to completion without anyone questioning the direction or content? Laziness, because the two options to make reflections are make a duplicate version of the room and invert it, and spend 3 days on trying to make that work because the in-game coding is weird, or break the mirror.
Let's go buy those meat buns, Master!
Yeah. And what's funny about that too is the fact that the game only takes place a day after the original White Day. So there was no reason for all of those mirrors to be smashed like that.
Wanna fight?
Whoa, are you okay, Shinigami? Getting a bit ornery there. I have another one called Carrier to Stream. I don't know if you've heard of it. Yes, I have. I have heard of it. Let's go to the clock tower. Yeah, I've actually, I got really obsessed with Dreamcast horror, and, looked into a lot of horror games on there. Illbleed, Blue Stinger, D2. There's another one, I'm forgetting the title of, but it was a game that only released in Japan. Now that the Peacekeepers are gone, we can finally play at the clock tower.
I'll boom kill you!
Whoa! What the hell is that all about? I'm gonna devour you, kid. Okay, he's saying... Maybe me and Yuma are the same. We're saying a lot of the same things now. Illbleed is cool, and I have Blue Stinger, the original, and man, is version 2 bad. Blue Stinger is the weirdest game I've seen. Yeah, it's another one of those games that's like odd decisions made left and right. No explanation for that? Okay.
Excuse me.
Have you seen a reporter around here? I have something to give him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw him. I think he was writing an article about that one incident that just happened. He'd wrapped up his business here and said he was going to Montclair Street in Ginma District. Montclair Street? Is Ginma's high-class residential area. The mansion connected to the Nail Man thing is there.
Oh,
Ah, that street. I know it.
thank you very much.
I'll go check it out. There's still something on the other side. Can I still get back here? way. I think there's a shortcut on the other side, right? I just want to see if it's still the same kid from the first case. Oh, I can't actually go through there. Okay. I am still so confused about why Shinigami just threatened to kill that kid. What was that all about? Completely random. Let's go to the bus stop. Did you play a game called Tokyo Psychodynamic? No. I don't think I've even heard of that one.
Yeah.
All the residences here are splendid. I would love to live in a place like this. But it wouldn't be as close to the meat bun shops.
This is truly...
It really is the comfort food of Kanai Ward, huh? You can say that again. Give one a try, you'll be hooked. I feel like there's gonna be some kind of twist about these meat buns. Excuse me, have you seen a reporter around? I have something to give him. A reporter. I just met him, actually. He was looking into the incident from the other day. After our conversation, he said he was going to the Ginma District Art Gallery.
Thank you very much.
I see. Thank you. Yeah, the wild goose chase continues. So what's that about, Naka? Solving cases in a 2D illustration with some 3D real-life visuals. Really? I'll have to look that up. I'm always looking for, more detective games. There was a game that came out a long time ago that I was always curious about but never played. It was something called Murdered Soul Suspect. I think you were killed and you had to solve your own murder as a ghost or something like that. Did a reporter pass through here? I have something to give him.
Well?
Indeed, he was present just recently, but departed after I answered a number of his queries.
But...
Evidently, he intends to visit the secret club next. He left but a moment ago, so you might still find him there.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks very much for your help. This guy has been everywhere. It's on Switch right now for 60% off. I will check it out after stream. In fact, actually, hold on. I think I might actually be able to check this out via Nintendo's website. Let me Google that real quick. Ooh, interesting. I'm looking at the photos of this right now. Huh. When did this come out? November 28th, 2024. Okay. Yeah, somehow I haven't heard of this. Reviews made you hesitant? What did they say in the reviews? Alright, let me continue.
Didn't he say the Kamasaki meat buns were cheaper and better tasting than those in Gima?
Okay, there's something over there that we need to do, but...
I can smell so many aromas all around us.
There's a meat bun stall. There are no customers right now, so I should get this over with.
What about your share, Master? Aren't you buying some for yourself?
I'm a bit hungry, so I should eat too.
I don't remember full details, but it's sitting at a mostly negative on Steam, really. I wonder what that's about. And the game looks interesting, but we don't know what happens in... or the demo, but we don't know what happens in the full game. Yeah, definitely something worth looking into for sure. Here we are.
Excuse me.
I'm looking for a reporter. Would that be you? That's right. And you are? Oh, a reporter friend of yours asked me to give you this. What is it?
And that's what happened.
He said it contains information about Amaterasu Corporation's misdeeds. He was badly wounded.
Huh?
Hey.
Now.
This is exactly why I told him to call it quits. What did he do? Did he break it?
Why?
Why did you destroy the memory card? That man risked his life to get a hold of that information. So what? There's no future in this town for anybody that defies Amaterasu. Everybody knows that.
And
Now he's trying to get me involved. He's always causing trouble.
Oh no!
Wait.
For now.
Guess I should report back. What a sniveling little coward. What a piece of shit. That man lost his family for that info, yeah, all for him to just do that. I hope the peacekeepers beat the ever-loving shit out of him. Jay walks once and gets the boots put to him. What is going on over here? Isn't that the servant from the church? Looks like you're pretty loaded there. Care to share the wealth?
well,
I can't. This money is very important. I'm not telling you to give me all of it. Can't you spare a bit for little old me?
well.
But... Just shut up and give me the money.
No way.
God, who is this guy?
Hey!
Hold it. Who the hell are you? Maybe you should mind your own business. It's the best way to handle this situation. Can I scream for Halara? That would be the best way to handle this situation. I guess we're gonna make an accusation. Is it really an accusation if it's just right here in the open like this?
That's it.
This is extortion. If the Peacekeepers saw this, they'd arrest you.
Hey now.
Huh. You threatening me? Guess that makes you a tough guy.
That's not it.
It's not a threat. I already reported you. What?
Then...
You hear those sirens? They'll be here any minute. Damn it, you're gonna regret this.
You alright?
Thanks.
Thank you for your help.
No.
Don't mention it, but why did he go after you?
Well,
He must have seen my money. I need this money in order to become the strongest.
Hmm?
The strongest?
I'm...
That's right. If I was the strongest, people like him would walk all over me.
What do you mean?
What do you mean by the strongest, anyway? You don't know? Well, there's this wizard who helps out weaklings like me.
And...
If the wizard casts a spell on me, I can get the strength to never lose to anyone. I can become the strongest. But I need to pay for it.
I see.
Hence the money and the guy bothering you earlier. Is there really magic that can make a person strong? It sounds expensive too.
No way.
Could it be a scam?
hey...
I'm going to meet the wizard right now. Do you want to come with me? We can become strong together. I don't think that, this is gonna work, but... Making me think of that edgy anime you mentioned. Yeah. My god, that was the longest episode of anything I've ever seen. And it was just a regular length episode. It's funny how that works. The debut episode of Oshinoko was like movie length, like an hour and a half. And it felt like it just flew by. And that show, that one episode, could not end fast enough. Alright, let's go see this wizard.
I knew it.
Sounds pretty fishy. I'd better go with him.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll join you.
I'm...
Then I'll head there first and wait for you. The wizard is in the mansion. Meet me there later, Mr. Detective. Are these people just allowed to go to these, crime scenes? Hold on, let me make a quick save. Then, okay, there we go. Curious to see if this is going to be that, like a bog standard con artist, or what are we dealing with here? I also do find it amusing that, I mean, I understand that Kanai Ward is, well, look at it, but, I find it amusing that this guy who works for the church wants the, strength to be able to physically handle people. No worries, Sally, take your time. Wayward travelers, you have arrived at long last.
Maybe...
That voice.
Well...
Yes, it's the wizard.
Yeah.
Verily, you stand before the wizard. The feeble shall find salvation within my works. So, what brings you before me this day? Please, make me the strongest. I see. You have suffered much, my friend. Seeking metamorphosis, you sought me out. Very well. Allow me to bestow upon you that earnest desire.
Hey!
Wait a minute.
Hey...
Mr. Detective? And you are? I'm Yuma, a detective. I have something I want to ask you.
Oh?
I see. You've doubts of my magic. Very well. I shall answer your questions to the best of my ability. Does magic really exist? I find it very hard to believe. I assure you it does. I imbue magic into medicine. This contains the power to make one stronger. Partake of it, and you shall find yourself in a body without equal. But a simple swallow will not suffice. What should I do?
Well...
You must form a contract with me. Not. If not, the magic within the medicine shall consume you. So, what say you? Will you contract with me and transform into your strongest self? Or will you continue to wallow in endless oppression? Is this contract a subscription-based model? I'll be honest with you. When she said that swallowing it wouldn't work, I was about to say, is this just steroids? Welcome in, Alandria. Thank you for checking in. I hope you're doing well today. I
knew it.
This is a bad idea. There's something off about this person.
I'm...
Just for $19.99, the magic subscription. It might be. It's probably snake oil. I'll make a contract. Please, make me the strongest.
Yeah.
Very well. Our deal is complete. Take this. Now I make my leave. I pray the weak find happiness.
Wait a second!
You shouldn't take it if you don't know what's inside.
I'm...
I want to become strong. I'll do whatever it takes.
No!
Can't you see this drug could be dangerous? You could die.
I'm...
You don't understand, Mr. Detective. I thought for sure you would be on my side. I mean... maybe it's the secret stuff. If his heart stops, we warned you. If I was strong, no one would bully me. I wouldn't have to put up with guys like that one from earlier. He doesn't seem convinced. But I have to stop him somewhere. Or somehow. From Space Jam? Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in so long. Oh my god. God, now the song is gonna be stuck in my head. What can I say here to convince him? Obviously, he doesn't care if the medicine is dangerous, so we're not gonna repeat that line. I don't believe that wizard. I don't know if that would work, but I mean, maybe coming from a detective, it'll give him pause. Will you really become stronger? That could instill some doubt in him. But I don't think it'll work, because he's kind of like in this desperate mode right now. So we're gonna go with this. Welcome back, Augustine. Remember what it was taught to you. Never drink strange things offered by suspicious wizards. Is it okay if they're a witch? No, only trust in Adrian. Alright, I'm gonna say I don't believe that wizard.
No!
How do you know she can really use magic? She seems really suspicious. You shouldn't trust her.
No.
But there are plenty of people who became strong after meeting with the wizard. I had my birthday potatoes. Oh, yes! Oh my god, I completely lost track of time. The last few days, I have not been sleeping. And, I've been kind of sick. And because of that, I kind of keep losing track of the days. So, I know you didn't want me to do it on stream, so I will say it to you in the Discord server. But yes, what they're saying is what I'm thinking. And I hope you had a really good one, Augustine. I forgot to, my boss reminded me. Well, I totally understand. I've forgotten about my birthday, at least in the lead up to it. Usually not the day of, but sometimes I'll forget that it's close. So I totally get it. But yes, I hope you had a great day, Augustine. She said it in the meanest way too. How did she say it? And if you want to talk about suspicious people, there was that shady detective from before.
Hmm?
Is he talking about Halara?
And...
Besides, I believe what people say about the wizard.
Oh!
Yeah, because you want to. Oh god. Well, it's too late now. No.
You alright?
Are you alright?
good.
You see? It was nothing. You were wrong, Mr. Detective. Was I? Now I won't lose to anyone ever again. I'm the strongest.
Hey!
Please wait. Is he really going to be okay? No. No, he will not be. Holy shit. Sometime later, I heard the servant challenge that young guy to a fight and beat him half to death. He went missing afterward and no one has seen or heard from him since. If I had stopped him, then maybe things wouldn't have turned out like this. Did I fail that mission? Can I... When did I save? Maybe I should reload that and try it again. Alright. Hold on, everyone. I'm gonna reload that. I don't like the way that went. Not to be a save scummer, but, I don't know about failed, but there was a better option, yes? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna try again then. I was having some joint pain and complained about it, and she said, wow, I already see your age turning into an old man. Oh my god. Thank goodness for the frequent saving. Yeah, I'm glad I remembered to save. I think I might have to fast forward through a few cutscenes, but... yeah, because I gotta talk to this guy again. Oh wait, no, I actually did it right here. Okay, so we'll just fast forward through this. I've actually never seen that route. You can always count on me to make the wrong decision. Okay, then I guess we'll try this one.
This is truly...
Do you really think taking that will make you stronger?
Well...
The wizard said so, so it must be true. Flawless reasoning there.
No.
That's not what I mean. I'm talking about your heart.
Well...
My heart?
I'm sure.
Even if our bodies get stronger, if our hearts don't change, then we'll always be weak.
No way!
But...
Besides...
things might have been different if you'd stood up to that guy earlier.
That's why...
It's a weak heart that relies on magic or other people, so let's strengthen it. Pay no mind to the fact that I relied so heavily upon Halara.
You mind?
I'll do the same. You're right. I can't rely on magic to make myself stronger.
Thanks. You saved me.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Detective. You opened my eyes.
Goodness.
Unfortunately, it appears the contract could not be completed. Regrettable. And so I shall take my leave. I doubt we will meet again.
Wait!
Hold on.
Uh,
What about the wizard? Looks like she's vanished. I have no idea how she got away.
Yeah.
Let's head back.
uh,
Okay. And Shinigami, yeah. Wait, arrest her. Nah, it's okay. We'll just let her do it to somebody else. After this episode, the church servant began training his mind and body to become stronger. He endured a brutal regimen and became the strongest around. Turned himself into an ally of the weak and stood up for anyone being bullied. Okay, that was a better outcome. Let me save that. We arrest that suspicious wizard selling illegal substances. I'm actually very curious about who the wizard was, but I guess we'll never know. Not to interrupt, I just wanted to say I finally played and finished my first Resident Evil 5, and I feel very accomplished. Congratulations, Elandria! How did you like it? I'm happy to hear that you got to play a Resident Evil game. 5 is interesting. It's a good game. Definitely exponentially more fun with a partner. You're right in saying it has its flaws, but I did really enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Resident Evil 5 is 4, but not as good. Definitely not as good, but when you play it with somebody else, then you see the method behind the madness. It is a fun game. I mean, come on, Chris. Chris, come on, Sheva, come on. Yeah, and you hear a lot of that. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. RE5 is a great game if you play co-op. Just a terrible Resident Evil. Yeah, that was my stance on it for a very, very long time. But it's a fun game when you play it with somebody else. The last sequence with that horrible QuickTime event at Sheva destroyed my thumb today, and I only had to look up how to get through one sequence. Hey, that's great. I hope you get to play more Resident Evil games. Clearly, I'm biased, but it is a great series. And I'd honestly love to see if any of the games could ever influence your art. I think you could make some really cool looking monster designs and stuff. Okay, this is ready to turn in. There's another side quest by the church. I guess we should probably just get all the side quests out of the way, right? Probably makes the most sense. I got to play through the co-op with Jill and Chris at Spencer's Abode after that, and it was super cool, especially the piano. Yeah, the Lost in Nightmares DLC. Lost in Nightmares is really, Lost in Nightmares was kind of like the blueprint for... Uh-oh, that's not good. For what the whole game could have been, I think, if they were actually trying to go for something at least with a more spooky overtone. It's very flawed, but you can tell that they were just reusing assets from the main game, so it was never going to be anything more than that, sadly. But, yeah, Lost in Nightmares is pretty fun. Alright, what happened here?
This is...
Is this? It looks recent. Did the Peacekeepers find him?
Huh?
It's a letter and money? Thanks for listening to the strange man's request. I didn't think there were any kind souls left. I'm sure he refused to take the data I had you deliver, or he destroyed it. It's the sad reality of Kanai Ward. Amaterasu Corporation is just too big and terrifying a presence for the people living here. So please, don't blame him. He has people he wants to protect too. That said, I haven't given up. I won't stop fighting until the darkness within Amaterasu Corporation is exposed. As long as people like you are around to help, Mr. Detective, it's too soon to give in to despair. Thank you again, and farewell. The people of Kanai Ward must really be afraid of Amaterasu Corporation. But it seems there are still some people with the courage to oppose them. I'm not sure what I can do as a detective in training, but I'll do what I can to help. Alright, that's another request done. I had a lot of fun getting beat up by the AW like 10 times as we refused to look up the fight. And it's not trying to front face him with the stun rod. Gotta call Johnny Silverhand to take down Amaterasu Corporation. Let's see what this side mission here at Kanai Station is. Cyberpunk is another game I want to play. I'm grateful now that I actually have a console to play it on. Eventually I will pick up a copy and play that as well. Cyberpunk is incredible. DLC isn't a necessity to enjoy it either. Thankfully, the I think the Switch 2 version comes with Phantom Liberty already. So I don't think I would actually need it, like to buy it separately, so I could enjoy both. And thankfully, Cyberpunk is one of the games that actually got a full cartridge release and not a game key card. So, actually shouldn't destroy my onboard memory as well. I still don't have a high-speed SD card for my Switch 2 yet. What should I do? What's the matter?
Yes.
I'm currently facing the biggest crisis of my life. My girlfriend and I are seriously thinking about marriage, and her birthday is right around the corner. The problem is, I still don't know what to get her. Uh-huh. Do you have any idea what kind of gift would make her happy? I don't know your girlfriend, sir. I don't know her. I went and did every single side mission, but I haven't finished it because I'm allergic to finishing games. You're like Professor Calamitous. Failed to bonk it 10 times in a row, casually loses patience and pulls the RPG. Why would we know exactly?
Huh?
How am I supposed to?
Wait.
You know, don't you? Please, help me out here. Why would I know? Alright.
Alright.
We said the same thing again. I feel like I'm really bonding with Yuma tonight. Alright, but you have to give me a little more to go on.
For now.
At the very least, could you tell me what kind of person she is?
Oh?
You want me to tell you about her? No problem. Where to begin? The twist is going to be that he actually doesn't really know much about her, isn't it? she's cute, beautiful, thoughtful, cute. Did I mention she's cute? She's really cute. Oh, it sounds like you're with her for the right reasons, sir. I get that she's cute. Could you give me any other information? Thank you, Emerald. Hey guys, I think the girlfriend is cute. Yeah. It sure sounds like it, doesn't it?
Well...
Right. Oh, she did mention she hates getting wet from the rain. Oh, that's so unique. I've never heard such an outstanding example of individualism and personality. Sure sounds like you know your girlfriend, sir. We were mostly out of ammo, so we bought a bunch of acid rounds for the grenade launcher and then turned off the lights. I mean, you can buy cheap guns and sell it over and over again for free ammo. Casually sells the first SMG you find for easy ammo. Here's your top tip for your second run. So an umbrella that's cute. It was back when my cutie and I went out shopping together. Oh god. She's cute and doesn't like getting wet from the rain. Wow, I know, right, Emerald? What a very descriptive example this guy is giving here. We were holding hands and about to cross the street when... I think that's enough to go on. I'll look for something she might like.
If you will, please.
I'm gonna be the quintessential relationship Reddit post and tell her to leave this guy. You will? I'll leave it to you then. Yuma, we know nothing. I think that's all we need to know. We just find her and we say, ma'am, did you know that your boyfriend knows nothing about you? She must be in constant misery in Kanai Ward. Yeah. Okay, I guess she's through here. Get her a cute headband, chocolates and flowers, and then hope she likes any of those things even a little bit. No, this is gonna turn into the episode of SpongeBob where, SpongeBob has to keep buying Mrs. Puff things for, Mr. Krabs. You wouldn't happen to be a detective? Shit, they're on to us, Master. We've got to get out of here.
Right.
Whatever, just do your best out there.
Huh?
He's not going to arrest me? Aren't you supposed to arrest detectives? Yeah, shouldn't I already be down on the ground getting my head clubbed in? I'll pass. It's too much of a hassle. I didn't sign up for that when I joined the Peacekeepers. It's Shikamaru. It's Shikamaru Nara. As a Peacekeeper. What a drag, yeah. Oh, I see Yuma's thinking.
For now.
If she doesn't like getting wet, then rain gear might be a good idea. I mean, does she not have any already? Get her a 401k. Wonderful gift, you know how to make the ladies swim.
Which one could it be?
Should I go with a raincoat or an umbrella? I have no idea. Seems like you're having some trouble deciding. Can I help you find something? I'm trying to decide what kind of rain gear would best suit a girl. Ah, a present for your girlfriend?
No.
No, she's not my girlfriend. Oh?
And that's what happened.
An acquaintance asked me to help find his girlfriend a gift.
I see.
That's really nice of you. Alright, allow me to be of assistance.
Thank you very much.
I have a bit of experience with picking out gifts for friends. So what kind of person will be receiving this gift? Well, she's cute, thoughtful,
Besides.
and she hates getting wet from the rain.
Oh.
Huh? And she's apparently very cute. That about sums up everything I know. Is something wrong?
Hey.
Can I ask you something? Who asked you to do this? Was it a guy near the station?
That's true.
Yes, but how did you know? Is he a friend of yours? His girlfriend and I were friends for a long time.
Huh?
Then do you know what kind of gift she'd like? She had a hobby of collecting umbrellas, though it seems he didn't know that.
Thank you very much.
I see. Thank you. If I tell him that, he should be able to find her a gift himself. No, that's impossible. She's dead. Okay, that took a turn.
Huh?
Dead? Yeah, it happened a little while back. They were crossing the street holding hands when a car flew through the intersection. She pushed him out of the way and the car hit her.
Oh no!
So that's what happened. Then he... I think he's still having a hard time dealing with what happened. Since the accident, he's been waiting for her at that station. It was the last place they met. I've tried talking to him several times, but he never seems to accept it. Sorry for telling you all this. I should go now.
No.
Right. Thank you.
For now.
I'm not really sure what to do next, but I guess I should return to that guy. Well, that was not at all what I was expecting. Alright, let's go back to the station. Living in Kanai Ward doesn't have a happy ending, on God. Yeah, it really doesn't. What's sad is he barely knew anything about the girl that saved him. Yeah. Actually, we can just take this way right here. Alright, let me save it again closer in case I mess up a dialogue option here. Okay. Oh, you're back. So, did you find a present? Well, it seems like she had a hobby of collecting umbrellas. Umbrellas. Of course, umbrellas. It never even occurred to me.
That's nice.
Yet another lovely side of her that I wasn't aware of. How lovely. What a lovely day this is. Umbrellas. Umbrellas, umbrellas, umbrellas. A cute hobby like that suits her perfectly. Thank you so much. Thanks to you, I believe I'll be able to find the perfect present.
Sure.
I wonder if I should tell him. Well, we saved, so... Even if things go poorly here, I wouldn't mind seeing how that shakes out. I don't know how helpful it would be coming from me rather than a friend that knew them both, but... It's hard to watch him in this delusion, but let's see. Hasn't your girlfriend already passed away?
Wait.
Passed away? Who has?
And that's what happened.
I heard it from your friend. She died after being struck by a car. What a strange thing to say. That's impossible. But she isn't dead. We'll be spending another lovely day together. Today, in fact.
That's nice.
We'll be together forever. Wait. Maybe it would have been better for him if I had just kept quiet. Is that really the right thing to do? I don't know the answer to that question. Alright, let's reload and see what happens if we take the other route. Good thing we have time travel. Yeah. Honestly, though, that was a time for Yuma to break out into a riveting speech. Because personally, what I would have told him is, she gave her life to protect you. So, you should not waste your life. You know, the gift of life that she gave to you. You know, walking around doing this, but it's not what she would have wanted. I certainly would have tried a little bit more than whatever Yuma just did, but let's see what happens if we indulge the delusion. And then they all died and everyone hated them and spit on their graves. That's a much better approach. Yeah, I mean, it may not have worked, but it is the truth. I think it's fair to say if she was willing to give her life in that moment, then she wouldn't have wanted him to be like this right now. And he should be looking at having the opportunity to learn things about her that he didn't know before, not with whatever that response was, but rather with, I guess, graciousness. I mean, there's a lot of things he could do to try to preserve her memory, you know? And if he still feels like he can't get over her, then rather than deluding himself into believing that she's still around, dedicating himself to learning as much about her as he possibly can and then finding a way to preserve that memory would be a much healthier response than what he's doing, but let's see what happens here.
No.
Let's not. Telling him the truth wouldn't help him now. She sure is taking her time getting here. She's been keeping me waiting a lot recently. That's just another one of her cute quirks. Well, if you'll excuse me.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much. You should come to our wedding. Is that really the right thing to do? Can you really be happy waiting for someone who will never arrive? Don't know the answer to that question. So I didn't get any detective points, I noticed. Interesting. Yeah, it is a lose-lose. I'm gonna reload one more time just because I want to see if it's just because the game itself knows that I did it, so it's not going to give me more, or if I get the points specifically from doing the other option. Just going to fast forward. But yeah, personally, that's what I would tell him. You know, there's an opportunity to be had in learning about her and trying to preserve that memory. I think the points are variable to your choice, if I recall. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Okay, yeah. So it really doesn't matter. Well, I'm fine with making the telling him the truth option my canon response, because that's what I would have done, so. But I am glad that we got to see both. Alright, let's go ahead and drop another save. Let's go to the church. See what this side quest is all about. Can't blame me for saying that. That's the usual Danganronpa treatment. I was hoping it would be her. Hello, it's been a while.
Hey.
Ah, you came at a damn good time. You need to take some responsibility.
Huh?
To take responsibility? What are you talking about?
You.
The priest went and died, and so now the church might get closed down. But the priest was the nailman.
Huh?
Who gives a damn? The city's isolation means no replacement is coming.
Hey.
So you're taking over. Go listen to everybody's problems in his place.
Huh?
But listen to everyone's problems.
Yeah.
Damn straight. That whack job of a priest used to walk around town and hear out everybody's gripes. Seems like it was pretty well received, though. All this rain must make people whiny and depressed. Why don't you do it, then?
Hey.
Does it look like I know how to do that shit? I can't, so it's on you. God, she reminds me so much of Judy Han. But I can't do it either. I've never done anything like that.
Don't make me kill your ass.
Quit whining and just go already.
Oh no.
Come on. Alright then, I just have to go listen to people's troubles.
Hey.
Make sure you do it right. Do a crappy job, and you'll have to answer to me. So mean. It was a very forceful request, but I still like it.
Yeah.
Even if the priest isn't here, I still come to church. God is always watching after all.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. If there was a god, things wouldn't be like this.
Hey.
This church feels like it's lost some spirit. It's kind of desolate now. Alright, let's go listen to some people, I guess.
Come on.
I'm at my wit's end. If there's something bothering you, please feel free to tell me about it. Who the heck are you? The nun at the church asked me to come in place of the priest.
Huh?
You, in place of the priest. Well, whatever. In that case, I do have something to ask. I haven't been able to sleep at all lately. Same here. Do you have any idea what might be causing it?
You know.
I can't really say. What do you think might be happening?
Come on.
How should I know? I'm so tired of it. And this rain is getting on my last nerve too. Maybe I should head to the cafe again. What kind of advice should I give? What should be reduced to help with the lack of sleep? Coffee.
Maybe.
Do you drink a lot of coffee? Huh? Yeah, I suppose I have been drinking a lot recently. I'd say about 1 cup every hour. Holy shit, lady, is your heart okay?
I see.
Caffeine might be the reason you're having trouble sleeping. I think you should try drinking a little less.
Thanks.
You might be right. Thanks, I'll try cutting back.
Yes.
Sounds good. I hope your sleep issue is fixed soon.
Success!
I think that was some pretty solid advice. Thank you for the hydrate and the head pats, Naka. Does she need that much caffeine? I think her heart would say no for sure. Alright, let's go to Kamisaki District. Seems there's 2 other people there that we need to hear out. I gotta be sure to make saves before I talk to each of them in case I mess up the dialogue options. Because of Kane Ward's unending reign, indoor pets are popular. At the same time, there is increasing concern of many dogs and cats becoming feral after being abandoned by irresponsible owners. Funny, that's kind of like what we were talking about before. About people who had pets during COVID. Also, I have no idea if Twitch is glitching or what, but I apparently gained and then lost a follower in the same stream, but I never got any indication that I ever gained a follower in the first place, so I have no idea what it's talking about. Excuse me, is something wrong? You seem concerned about something.
Whoa!
Who, me? Probably a bot, yeah, most likely. Of course not, I'm always happy and upbeat. Really? You looked really worried about something just a moment ago.
What is it?
Who are you, anyway? The nun from the church asked me to go around and listen to people's troubles. Oh, just like the priest used to do.
Yes!
But you don't have to worry about me. I don't have any worries at all.
What does that mean?
She's putting on a brave front, but I think she's afraid of something. This person's issues seem to be related to... her belongings, the weather, something unseen. I mean, she's staring right at an ad for some kind of weird-looking glasses or whatever, so maybe something unseen. I guess? Something unseen isn't something you don't see right in front of you. Alright, let's go with that.
Maybe.
It's likely something I can't see directly.
No way.
Is someone harming you? What do you mean?
You know.
You've been protecting yourself, covering up the abuse you've received. Please stop.
No.
I'm alright. It'll be over soon if I can just hold out a little longer. Besides, if I told anyone, it'd only make things worse.
Yeah.
We detectives will help you. Detectives?
Yes.
The Nocturnal Detective Agency by the riverbank will help you there.
Well?
Please come to us, before it's too late.
Yes!
Okay, thank you. Alright. I'm not really surprised given Kadaka. But I really like how this game is not afraid to get into some heavier topics. Alright, let's see what's up with you. Great choice, thank you. What should I do? Is something bothering you? If you'd like, you can tell me about it. Thanks, but who are you? Oh, the nun at the church asked me to go around and listen to people's troubles in place of the priest. Oh, you're doing what the priest did. In that case, I'd really appreciate having someone to talk to.
No.
I'm concerned about my future. I want to become a hero. A hero?
Yes.
Yes. Ever since I was a kid, I've always looked up to the heroes you see on TV and in comic books.
I see.
Hers was the only heavy one if I remember, but I remembered it well. I want to become an ally of justice. What should I be doing to make that happen? What kind of work can help fill people with hope and inspire them to chase their dreams? What kind of profession would be best? Yeah, sure. Become a peacekeeper. Crack skulls in the middle of the street. That'll help people. He's gonna become Batman. Blow off steam on the wrong side of justice. This is interesting, because I feel like becoming a creator would be the right response. He's clearly imaginative and making works of art that could inspire people would probably be the best way to create change, because clearly he's inspired by those things, right? It's what gave him that mindset, so he could kind of continue that for other people. So let's go with that.
What does that mean?
Does this person really want to be a hero?
Then...
Well, what if you tried becoming a creator? Like a comic book artist, novelist, or writer?
No.
Huh? None of that seems very heroic.
I'm sure.
Becoming an ally of justice is what you really want, right? Hmm?
Yeah,
To give people hope and help them dream.
that's why...
Isn't that what you really want? At least that's how I see it. Yeah, sure.
Well,
In that case, you could try creating works like those that inspired you. Then you'd be able to bring people joy and give them hope through your art. How about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might just be the kind of thing I've been yearning to do. Thank you. You help me see things clearly. Even if a difficult road lies ahead, I'll make it happen.
yes.
Good luck. I look forward to seeing your work when it's finished. Alright, was that everything? No, there's somebody in Ginma District we have to talk to. I hope you're nice and cozy, Emerald. Alright, let me get to the person and save, and then we'll repeat the process. And then maybe we'll get to go talk to, Judy again.
Oh no.
Ah, this is bad. What do I do? What do I do? You seem pretty troubled. What's wrong? They always ask the same thing. Who are you? I hope you are as well, but I don't know actually how to wrap you in the promised metaphorical warm blanket. I'd say you're doing a good job so far. It's nice and cozy just sitting here and playing this with all of you. The nun at the church asked me to listen to everyone's troubles in place of the priest.
Please.
Is that true? Then please, hear me out. I work for Amaterasu Corporation, but there's a problem at work. Probably many problems. What happened? I was supposed to meet with a shop owner today, but I don't know what shop I'm supposed to go to.
Oh, right.
My coworker gave me a memo, but it only has the number 6137 written on it. I can't get a hold of my coworker right now either. What do I do? He wouldn't just write random numbers. There's no shop called 6137. What am I supposed to do? Which shop should I go to? Please tell me.
In that case...
Based on the information I can decipher from the memo. Lay 9. Fuck. I'm pretty sure it's lay 9. Let's go with this.
Maybe...
What if we turn the memo upside down? It's like L-E-I 9? Lay 9?
Nice!
Yes, that's it. I remember now.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I just know my meeting will go well now.
Hooray!
Nice. Looks like I was able to help him out.
Yeah.
That should be everyone for now. Let's report back to the nun. Alright, back to the church. Save. We should be okay, but I don't know if they're gonna make me choose something here.
Thank you.
Looks like you did a pretty good job. People are singing your praises.
That's great.
Really? I'm glad I could help. Well then, if you'll excuse me, I'll see you back here next time. Next time?
Huh?
Obviously, there are still plenty of people with problems out there. But I'm pretty busy.
Hey!
You're helping. We clear? Yes.
Thank you.
I'll have you help again, and do better next time. Well, how can we turn that down? Alright, I think I got all the side quests. Thank you for the hydrate. And the stretch. What do you mean? I loved that request. I think she might be my favorite side character, like not like main character, like from the detectives. So I wouldn't mind there being a part 2 to that one, honestly. Alright, let's get these potentially addictive meat buns. What was the movie that had Soylent Green.
By the way, Master, I'm sure you know this since you're such a capable detective in training.
Because that's what I keep thinking of with these meat buns. That, there's going to be a not-so-great secret ingredient. Probably not, I just find it funny to think about. That or, Sweeney Todd.
But there's someone watching you from the shadows.
Huh?
Don't turn around, they'll see! You're so clumsy, stupid amateur, filthy human!
Jesus Christ, just let me have it, why don't you?
Filthy?
That's what we're gonna focus on.
Is it the Peacekeepers?
Something doesn't feel right. The guy is sneaking around, kinda restless. A peacekeeper would be much more direct.
How are they dressed?
Well, they're in a raincoat and their heads covered by the hood. I don't think that's an Amaterasu Corporation uniform.
So it's not Amaterasu Corp? Then who?
Let's find out.
How?
Listen, Master. I've got an awesome plan.
Plan? What plan?
I call it Operation Stalker Hunter. Go into a secluded location and catch whoever is tailing you. I'll give you advice along the way, so just relax and enjoy the ride. Anyway, let's head to the underground area.
Sure.
Sheenie got me so cute in this form. This kind of reminds me of those segments in LA Noire when you have to
Yup. I spy our stalker. Keep going, Master.
when you have to tail people and try to look natural.
Why you?
Sorry about that.
The one who almost bumped into me.
We're being tailed again, just as I thought. Keep moving, Master.
That section in the back makes me think of Persona 4 with all the TVs.
Here, be careful.
Yeah, thanks, Mister.
Want to replay LA Noire sometime? Never did the DLC? Yeah.
Here's our spot. I'll give you the signal once the stalker is close. And that's when you nab them, Master.
It's a shame it never got a sequel.
Now!
All right, let's go. I caught you. Who are you? Reveal yourself.
Oh, you caught me. But I'm not surprised.
Huh? A girl?
I'm sorry for sneaking behind you. My name is Kurumi Wendy. I'm from Etheria Academy. Pardon me, but that's a uniform from the World Detective Organization, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I knew it! Oh, I'm so happy right now! I'm talking to a real master detective in the flesh!
In training.
What's with this little shrimp? Acting all friendly after getting caught. What's her deal? Look at her! Every part of her is as flat as a board.
Calm down, Shinigami.
Can I shake your hand?
You already are.
You're right. Sorry. But I really am touched. To think a WDO Master Detective is actually shaking hands with me.
But I'm...
What are you blushing for?
Shinigami, what do I say?
You're on your own. Watching this airheaded exchange is making me stupider by the minute. Oh, fill each other's empty skulls with cotton candy or something.
Damn. She really is the jealous type.
I'm really sorry for snooping behind you.
He did leave a legacy of a meme. Yeah, it did. Sounds like she's trying to fool you. I'm definitely thinking some things right now, but I don't know enough about the case we're about to take on, other than the fact that somebody at the school died, and at least from the opening cinematic, it did seem like the person fell off the roof. But I guess we'll see.
I've always admired detectives. I'm a huge fan of the World Detective Organization.
A fan? The WDO has fans?
Of course! You eliminate unsolved mysteries. You are the greatest of detectives, saving people in need. To me, detectives are champions of justice. I'm sorry. I got a little carried away. I just happened to catch a glimpse of your uniform. I was shocked to see a master detective. But I couldn't bring myself to talk to you. I got all nervous and unsure of myself.
It's interesting that she knows, like, that we're a detective and recognizes the logo for the WDO. Because, of course, what we were told is that most people don't actually know what detectives even are in Kanai Ward. So one would have to wonder how she is aware of that fact.
So instead, I started following you, but I ended up acting like a stalker. I'm so sorry.
It's alright. It was just a misunderstanding.
Still, master detectives really are amazing. I'm fairly confident in my stealth skills, yet you caught me so easily.
I didn't do much. Although I'm wearing a WDO uniform, I'm just a...
Oh, don't be so modest. So what is a master detective doing in Kanai Ward? Are you investigating something?
You sure are pressing for a lot of information. Also, look at Shinigami right now. She looks so distraught.
Oh, yes. It's about the city.
The city?
I'm searching for Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
Hey, blabber detective! You sure you should reveal your mission?
Yeah, I was just about to say, Yuma. What the hell are you doing? Shinigami has her fist balled, yeah.
I'm not revealing anything. She lives here, right? Maybe she knows something. I figured I should ask while I'm at it. It's just good legwork. Yeah.
I mean, there's better ways to go about it than phrasing it exactly like that, but... Alright, Yuma, we'll go with that. Shinigami be like, Yuma, are you gonna sleep on the couch today?
You think this flat airhead knows anything?
Will you take it easy? Jesus Christ.
Kanai Ward's ultimate secret? Do you mean... that secret research Amaterasu Corporation is conducting?
Huh? You know something?
Yeah, but it's mostly hearsay. No way! Seriously?
Can you tell me about it? Anything will help.
Yes, gladly. Anything to help out a master detective. Oh, but...
What's wrong?
This may sound pushy of me, but... in return, I'd like to ask for a favor.
A favor? What do you mean?
I have a formal request I'd like to make to you, Detective. There's something I need to find out no matter what.
What is it?
I know Master Detectives cost a lot of money to hire. It may be presumptuous of me to propose a trade instead, but can I offer you this information in place of money?
Oh, so she's trying to make a deal with the detective. This cheeky brat totally needs to be boom killed.
Shinigami, please relax.
I just need you to help me a bit with my investigation. If you decide to take on the job for me, I'll tell you everything I know about Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
God, what is wrong with the audio and the capture card?
Including secret research that Amaterasu Corporation is doing in the shadows.
Shinigami is really, really the jealous type. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
What should I do? Chief Yako told me to keep my head down.
Don't tell me you're gonna accept a job from Flatty McFlatchest here.
Shinigami. Please. Stop body shaming.
She's trying to bargain with you like some big shot, but she's probably got nothing.
That may be true, but
I know this is brazen of me, but I really want to know the truth. Will you please hear me out? Please!
sure. At the very least, I want to hear what you have to say first.
Hey, welcome in, Callisto. How was your stream? I'm doing okay right now, in the sense that I am enjoying stream and I'm having a good time playing the game here with everyone. I have not been doing well otherwise, but I'm doing my best. Thank you for dropping by. I'm glad to see you. Hope you had a good stream. Everybody, Callisto just got a she just got a full model made. She's been a PNG tuber up to this point, and if you don't follow her, please do, and definitely go take a look at her streams. She is a fellow Witch VTuber, very funny, and I'm very, very happy that she now has a full-blown model. Yeah, I'm very much enjoying Motor Slice. I feel like I'm hearing about this game, but I've never seen anything from it. I have to look it up. It feels like it just popped up out of nowhere for me. You know I have to, Callisto. I told you I'm better at shilling for my friends than I am for myself. It's too easy. And besides, you deserve it anyway. I'm very, very happy that you have a model now. It's fun actually, like, getting to see you move around and such. Like, it's such a small thing, but it adds such a great degree of expressiveness to a stream. So I'm really happy to see that you have one now. Been waiting a while for it. Parkour, Nier, and a bit of Shadow of the Colossus. Really? Okay, then I have to check it out, like, right after. I'll look into it then, because that sounds very interesting. I wonder if it's only on PC or if it's also on consoles. That sounds like a very interesting combination. I was actually talking earlier in the stream about Mirror's Edge, and how much I liked that game. So I'm always up for more games that involve parkour in some capacity. So you've piqued my interest for sure.
Really? Thank you!
Hey! What are you thinking? There's no time to waste on this munchkin!
We're just going to talk a little. If she really is in trouble, I'd like to help.
Yeah, the main character gets a little sexualized, which I wasn't a huge fan of, but you don't have to engage with it, thankfully. I see. Yeah, I'll check it out. It sounds like a pretty interesting melding of different kinds of games, for sure.
I don't know if detectives are champions of justice like she said, but I don't want to ruin her image of us either.
You're just a trainee, and you think you represent all detectives?
Wasn't she saying before that I shouldn't sell myself short, and now she's doing this?
You always rely on others for help when you're in trouble, and you think you represent all detectives?
Damn, she is not holding back.
You're a closet perv always staring at women's breasts, and you think you represent all detectives?
What the hell is she talking about? I don't recall that part. Like at all, what is she talking about?
I don't stare that often.
Yuma, is there something you'd like to share with the rest of the class? Because I don't remember that part of the game at all.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
It's because you're staring at her chest.
Shinigami is literally the one who has been doing that. I'd say give it a spin, and if it doesn't capture you in 90 minutes, you can always refund. I don't know, Callisto, because this has not been a thing that has been happening, so I don't even know what Shinigami is talking about. I wish I could tell you, but I am just as surprised at this turn of events as you are.
What kind of power is that?
Oh, sorry. I'm fine. I just got a little nervous and my heart rate went up. I haven't felt this nervous since I was chased by those peacekeepers.
You were chased by the peacekeepers? Why?
It's embarrassing. Not something serious enough to tell you about. So, about my request. It's about a certain incident that happened at my school.
What happened?
If you don't mind, think you could come to the school with me? It'll be easier to explain if you see it for yourself. It's just 10 minutes away on the bus. Is that alright with you?
Well, if it's only 10 minutes, sure. Let's go.
I feel like it's gonna end up being definitely related to the person we saw die at the beginning of the chapter, but I keep having this feeling like the peacekeepers probably are going to label it a suicide, but in reality it will be, of course, a murder, and she probably suspects that too. But I'm only inferring that based on the fact that we saw somebody fall from the roof, which would be, of course, it would seem to be a clear case of a suicide, but given the game we're playing, a lot more complicated than that.
Thank you so much! It's this way!
But we'll see.
Sheesh. All it takes is a high school girl batting her eyes at you, and you get all carried away.
That's not my intention. Besides, remember what you're always telling me?
I'm here, still been lurking and making drugs. My first empire glitched, so I had to restart. Oh, so you lost all your progress in Schedule 1? I'm sorry to hear that, Purple. Thank you for being here.
That it's pathetic to flee from a case? I don't want to seem pathetic.
To who? That flat-chested uggo?
What? I don't think she's ugly at all.
Whatever! You're on your own!
What are you so mad about?
I'll have you know that I refuse to use my powers to fulfill your vulgar desires. I don't know what she wants you to do. You're on your own dealing with it.
Fine, no need to tell me twice. I'll take care of it myself.
I'm sure you'll be begging for my help in no time. Go ahead and play detective with that flat-chested uggo while you still can.
She is royally pissed. Oh my god. No, I still have my progress, it's just the last mission won't pop up. I'm almost halfway back to where I was. That's how addictive this game is. Very much so, yeah.
What's your problem?
Master Detective? What's What's wrong? It's this way.
Also, I like the bucket hat drip. Hold on, let me take a sip of water. My throat is super dry. Yeah, oh my god.
Coming.
Yeah, all the characters in this game are super stylish. Okay. Sorry, I had to mute and clear my throat because water evidently was not doing it. TBH, I sped through this chapter partially since Shinigami was so mad here. Yeah, I have no... well, I mean, I understand why she's upset. Clearly, she has a thing for Yuma, but... nothing has even happened. All this girl is trying to do is hire me. Also, I have no idea, Sally. I don't know why she's body-shaming her.
Where's your school, Kurumi?
Over there. The school I attend is on top of the mountain.
Huh. So there's a school there.
The bus is here. Let's get on.
Well, I gotta get some food, but I hope you have a good rest of your stream. Thank you so much, Callisto. Thank you for dropping by, and please do enjoy your food and your post-stream rest. Have a great rest of your night, and thank you. Always appreciate you dropping by.
This is your last chance to turn back. Flat-chested Uggo is just using you, Master. Hey! You're so stubborn.
Etheria Academy, an all-girls school situated on a mountain summit in Kanai Ward. 10 minutes away by bus from Kamasaki District. The students are mostly daughters of Amaterasu employees. That makes a lot of sense.
This is Etheria Academy. It's the only all-girls school in Kanai Ward.
Also funny that it's sitting at the top of a mountain. One might say at the top of a peak, like a certain other school. Posted my cheesecake and yours and Aki's food Discord. I will check that out after. Thank you for sharing a photo of it. Always appreciating more food posts.
An all-girls school. It sure looks nice.
I wonder what you mean by that.
What I want your help with is something that happened at the school 6 months ago.
So not recently then? Is the mountain called Hope? Perhaps? I would so send some over if I knew this damn recipe.
Oh. Uh-huh.
I'm very...
What kind of incident would take place at a school this pristine? There's no time to hesitate. I know what I have to do.
Aiko, my best friend, was such a cute and kind person. Everyone loved her. But one day, she was found collapsed behind the school. Her head was bleeding, and she was already dead by the time they found her. Soon after, her shoes were found on the school's rooftop. The peacekeepers and teachers all decided she'd committed suicide by jumping. But she never would have done that. We'd made plans to watch a movie together on our next day off.
If it wasn't suicide, then that means someone made it look that way. Do you have any idea who would do that?
Alright, gonna go try RE6, wish me luck. Good luck, Alandria. RE6 is, It's different. It's fun, though, with another person. So I do hope that you, have a good time with it. I'm sure you will. It's a good game when you play with somebody else, so, yes. I hope you have a great time, and thank you for dropping by. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank God for that mute button. I keep having to clear my throat. I don't know why it's so bad today.
Yes. I think the theater club may have something to do with it.
The theater club?
I feel like there's somebody who got to this part and made a theater kids joke. Probably.
Aiko was a member. The theater club is very active at our school. We have regular performances with live audiences. Aiko was super popular and had lots of fans. She was overflowing with talent. And yet...
Did something happen with the theater club?
Competition's fierce in the club. Aiko said everyone's always on edge. They all competed to be the leading role. Aiko was often chosen as the main lead for performances, and she was harassed because of it.
Was what she went through hard on her?
Please don't misunderstand. Aiko wouldn't commit suicide just because of that. She always told me with bright eyes about being an actress someday. I think someone thought they couldn't be a star as long as Aiko was around, and took her out of the picture.
You think she was murdered by someone in the theater club?
I don't want to believe it, but...
By the way, was there a suicide note?
No. There was no message of any kind left behind.
But the Peacekeepers declared it a suicide, right? What was their reasoning?
Just that her shoes were placed together neatly on the roof. They spoke to a few theater members and called it a day.
Huh? That's it?
The Peacekeepers were eager to remove the body. They said it would rot quickly in the rain.
They are so fucking useless.
They didn't want to draw too much attention because a lot of families from Amaterasu send their kids to this school. It's obvious they treated it as an ordinary suicide to close the case as quickly as possible. They're trying to make what happened to Aiko disappear.
Are the Peacekeepers covering up the incident?
Also interesting that this happened 6 months ago. We have another case where we're gonna have quite a time trying to recompile everything because all the evidence is mostly going to be gone now.
But if that's the case, then it's more likely that it was a murder. I still don't have enough information, so I can't say anything for sure yet.
Please, please find out the truth about Aiko's death. If you do, I'll give you all the information I have. Everything I know about Kanai Ward. So please, lend me your help. I have to know the truth, no matter what.
She's just a high school girl, so I don't expect her to have much crucial information. But after hearing this, I can't ignore her. The Peacekeepers obviously didn't investigate the case at all.
Well, given the demographic of the students here, there is a good chance that she might have heard things from her family, so we shouldn't write it off quite yet. She might actually have more valuable information than we expect. Also, Shinigami is just not having it.
I can't allow her friend's death to be swept under the rug. Someone has to take this seriously. If the adults around her won't help her, then at the very least, the detective should. Otherwise, there's no point for detectives to even exist.
You're really gonna accept this request? It sounds like a waste of time to me.
Let me drop a save. Let me see how much further this goes, because it is about time for me to get something to eat and then start getting ready to attempt to try to get some rest, which is not going to happen. I can already tell you that, because I do have some things I need to do early tomorrow, but We'll see how this goes.
All right, I'll investigate it.
Huh? Really?
She talks for a little more and then lets you
Thank
go.
you so much!
No problem.
Oh, lunchtime is almost over. I better get to class. Can we meet again here after school? To do the investigation together?
Sure, sounds good.
Okay, I'll head back to class for now. Oh, I almost forgot about something super important. If you don't mind, could you tell me your name?
Oh, I'm Yuma Cocohead.
Yuma. Yuma, I'm so happy to have finally met a master detective.
I'm sure that Shinigami certainly thinks we're a Cocoa Head right now. Sure, you should get something to eat and go eepy so you can feel better tomorrow. I certainly hope so, but I don't think that's gonna happen given the nature of what I'm going through, but I hope so. Thank you for the well wishes, Naka.
Wait! I need to tell you I'm not a master detective.
I'm off to class.
Aw, she totally thinks you're a master detective. Isn't that fraud?
It's not fraud. Besides, if I can solve the case, the outcome's the same whether I am one or not.
People call that splitting hairs, you know? You really think you can solve anything without the help of yours truly? Besides, this is an all-girl school. How do you plan to investigate anything here?
I really want you to find some rest too. Thank you so much, Emerald. I like the way she said, isn't that fraud? Yeah, me too. I was actually just about to say the way that he replied to that was hilarious. Hold on, can I actually, I always forget. How do you, there we go, yeah. Right here.
It's not fraud.
I don't know, the way he said that was funny. You need to rest well too and get some food? Yes. Also, I like how she pulled an ice cream out of nowhere. But this will more than likely end up requiring the help, predictably, of Desuhiko. Probably going to need him to go undercover for us. Emerald. Alright, hold on. Do not meh this good advice. You need sleep, and you need good food. Listen to Naka. Okay?
Well...
See, you're at a dead end already, just like your entire life.
Ouch. Can I get a command that's something like food that sends a warning to the user prompting them to eat? That's actually a good idea. That's a good idea. I will have a conversation with Nightbot about that. I will have a conversation with Nightbot about that and get back to you, Sally. After that zoom in, she's gonna eat the meal. Pretty eye.
You aren't gonna accomplish much at this rate. Except maybe making that ugly girl cry so much she gets even uglier.
Why are you being so mean? Whatever, just leave me alone. I can do this without your help.
I'll leave you alone, all right? You're not getting my help here. I hope you get cursed.
She's right. It'll be hard to investigate inside a school. An all-girls school, no less. Even with Karumi's help, I doubt I'll get permission to conduct an investigation.
He got skulled. With
Plus,
good
the
intentions.
incident was 6 months ago. There'd be nothing left at the crime scene.
Don't force yourself, but please do take care of yourself. It is really important.
Oh, wait! Halara's forte could help! But then again, even post-cognition can't be used unless we're right at the crime scene. And to get Halara's help, I'd go even further into debt. I can't afford to do that. What do I do? Is there anyone else I can ask? That's right! Tetsuhiko's forte!
Hey, don't worry, just make sure you do as well. I will.
Disguising as a school faculty member would make the investigation easy.
You want to sneak into a girls' school? First you were a fraud, now you're a pervert too.
I haven't decided to sneak in yet. Who knows? I might get permission. But I should still talk to Tetsuhiko, even though I don't know if he'll help me out.
You could have chosen the other options, by the way. They only let you advance when you choose Tetsuhiko. Interesting. I kind of figured that might be the case. And even outside of the obviousness of him being the focus of this chapter, he is the best choice for this, honestly. For what we're probably going to need.
Hang on. If I was to ask Tetsuhiko for help, where could he be? Maybe he's moving around the city in disguise. I don't know if I can find him, but maybe I should head back there for now. I remember him saying something about lots of cute girls being in Ginma district, so he might be there.
I'm heading out for bed. I'll be seeing you all next time. Have fun, take care, for God's sake, eat your meals and sleep your hours. Thank you so much, Sally. Thank you for being here. Please have a good sleep yourself. I will see you next time.
I came all the way back to Ginma district. Where did Tetsuhiko go? He said he's off to pick up girls. Do legwork. But he mentioned something about cuties. I guess I'll hit the streets and find out if he talked to any women.
Attention!
At Shorty Detective, Tetsuhiko should be somewhere in Ginma. Question people in the area to gather info and find him.
Well, might as well give it a go.
Use the gathered clues and talk to the person who might be Tetsuhiko.
Where did Tetsuhiko go? Maybe I should ask around and see if anyone's seen him.
You want to sneak into an all-girls school that badly?
Shinigami, please. Take a breath. It's gonna be okay. Oh, she is pissed. Look at her. Okay. Alright. So we saved it. Let me go ahead and move us back. So we can go ahead and get ready to raid out. This is a jealousy chapter. Yeah, I'm seeing that. I am definitely noticing that. Jealousy is not a fun thing to deal with. Alright, let's see. Who is online? Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Yandere chapter. She hasn't tried to, or she hasn't threatened my life yet, so... We're still at the, jealousy level right now. Oh. Yes, my jacket is yours. You can use it to keep warm. I don't know if it's kind of chilly where you are, but for some reason it is kind of cold this evening. This weather cannot make up its mind, I swear. Yuma, I think he's gonna sleep on the floor tonight. Oh, in that case, have it back? No, it's all yours. Be warm. Alright, we have multiple choices. I swear, it gets harder and harder every time to choose who to raid into. Whoa. Thank you for restoring my hat. And thank you, G-Rockstar. I hope you're doing well tonight. I'm actually about to end stream. But thank you for dropping by. I do appreciate it. Full circle, yes indeed. Right back where we started. Let's see. Sushi is playing Bloodborne. Mistlock is playing Tomodachi Life. Mari's playing Trees Hate You. I was lurking. Thought I'd bundle you up on your way out. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a good night yourself. And thank you for lurking. I appreciate it. Jay, I wanted to try Trees Hate You. Yeah, it looks really fun. Alright, so I guess I'll send you over there then. I think last time I raided Simon? And then before that I think it was Sushi, right? So let us go ahead and raid Mari. Let's see how she's faring with the trees. But yes, alright, I'm gonna send you over to my fellow witch. And I'm aiming to be back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be up for it. But depending on how things go, I should be able to stream, so. Worst comes to worst, I have some energy drinks I can tap into, so. In any case. Yes, thank you all for coming. I really do appreciate it. It was nice to be able to get back into this game, and now we have a new case to dive into, and I'm really excited about that. And I know we still have Chibi Robo to finish as well, but I have been addicted to this game. So we're probably going to play more of this tomorrow. Wait, when next? Likely tomorrow, Augustine. Unless I end up having to cancel for some other reason, but it should be tomorrow. Hope to see you tomorrow, but do get some rest. Yes, I'll do my best. And you too, okay, Emerald? Please take care of yourself. Get some food and rest. I will do my best. But I'm almost out of time here. You guys know the drill as far as what our raid message is going to be. It's Hallie Raid with 2 emotes. But anyway, I'm almost out of time, so take care of yourselves. Wait a minute, hold on. No, wait. She ended stream. She ended stream. Okay, hold on. I gotta find somebody else. We get the post-credits secret scene. Hold on. Alright. In that case, then I think I will send you over to Miss Locke. It's been a little while since we rated her. She's playing Tomodachi Life, living the dream. I'm curious to see what her island looks like. I wonder what kind of knees she made. Alright. We have our new target. The orders remain the same. Alright, sorry about that. I seem to have the worst luck when it comes to picking raid targets that are about to go offline themselves. But yes, anyway. I will hopefully see you all tomorrow. Please take care of yourselves, get rest, eat if you haven't, and do whatever you need to do to take care of yourselves, okay? See you next time, and as always, stay spellbound.